Bam, bam, bam. All right. Good night, everyone. We have a very special episode tonight. Um, Obviously, here's Nicole saying too early. Shanila Ellis is saying them late. We were just having a little bit of technical difficulties behind the scenes, but now we are here, right? But we have a special episode tonight. Some ladies reached out to me, and they decided that they wanted to be a part of the podcast. They wanted to challenge some of our analysts, especially Warren, especially Ryan, and Levon as well. But Levon has decided to stay behind the stage this week because he doesn't want the heat. But obviously, we have Warren again, the international man, and we have Ryan here, with myself. We should be joined by Raggy a little bit later on, and also David. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the ladies one by one. And tonight we have the wonderful Jody with us. How are you doing tonight, ma'am?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing well.
All right, wonderful. And then we have another beautiful lady. She is known as the Wooden Spoon. Um, Wooden Spoon. Good night. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah, man, I hear you. I hear you a little bit better now. And then, last but definitely not least, we have Charmaine with us tonight to give us some wonderful insight. How you doing, Charmaine?
Wooden spoon I dragon. Serious.
All right. So, without further, so we have a lot of topics to talk about. A lot of topics to talk about, and I know some of the females have to leave, after a certain time. So I want to dive into it right away.
All right, Kems, 1 quick second before we move
Yes.
on. Charmaine, unmute your mic. That's how you're coming through.
Yeah, Charmaine,
Go ahead.
unmute the mic. All right. So
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, you were muted, but no problem. Yeah, so we have a lot of topics to talk about, but the first thing that I want us to go ahead and talk about, I see a new trend that has been trending, and that is women proposing to men. And I for one believe that, hey, due to the fact that everything is changing now, I have no problem. I have no problem with the women going down on their knees and proposing. I believe a lot of times women think that they are the prize, but I believe men that we are the prize as well. I believe we can be the prize as well, and women can go down on their knees and propose to us. So let me start with the men. Warren, are you on my side? Do you agree that, hey, if you want a man, if you want to say, you put a ring on it, do you agree that the woman should go down on their knees? Do you think the
No,
woman should go down there on their knees? No?
no, Kems, not at all.
Why is that?
I'm gonna tell you why. There are certain things that go according to nature, and that's one of the things that goes against nature. As a woman, whereas men are important too, I don't want to use the word prize. I don't want to use the word prize. Men are important, women are important just the same. But as it relates to proposing, the going down on the knee thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's for men only. Put yourself in the situation. How do you, as a man, watch a woman go down on her knee, take out a ring, hand it to you, and then what? Yeah, you're gonna push out your hand and allow her to put the ring on your finger. That looks very effeminate, and I think it takes away from the man overall. I think what she can do, if she really wants this man, she can hint at him, hint, give him some clues that she wants to spend a lifetime with this man. But to go down on her knee, that's a bit too far. I don't think it's natural. I don't agree with it.
Warren, what makes it unnatural? Is it because of tradition or all of that? Because you're saying that it's effeminate and all of that. How does effeminate drop in? Does it make you less of a man?
I don't think it makes you less of a man in the long run because you can still perform your male roles, but in the moment, it's just not. It doesn't come naturally. Like just think about anything else in life. As a man, when you get up, you put on you put on certain clothes that are fitting for men, right? And I don't think it's just traditional cause I think if you were to put on female attire, traditional attire, there would be something telling that this is not right for you. So I don't think it's just tradition. There should be something in you that tells that this shouldn't be happening. This should not be happening. It's innate. It's something that is triggered in your mind that you should feel some type of way about it. Because why is this happening to you? Why you're putting out your hand to receive a ring on your finger as a man?
All right, all right. So wooden spoon, wooden spoon. Let me get you in here, wooden spoon, because let me tell you, and Warren disagree with me, and I for one, I'm saying, hey, I look good, you know, I could put it down in bed. Why is that? Why is it that the woman can't go down on her knees and propose to me? Why is it that you wouldn't go on your knees and propose, wooden spoon?
There is only one reason a woman should be on her knees, and it's definitely not to propose. Okay?
Hey,
Um,
hey, hey,
Hello.
hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
no. I mean, we like to say, okay, tradition
Mhm.
is dying. There are no more traditional women. There are no more traditional men. Uh-oh. Wait, I'm not seeing anything on my screen. What's going on?
No, man, we're
Hello?
seeing you, man. You can
We're
just go
seeing
ahead
you.
and
We're
talk.
seeing and hearing you.
Yeah, we're seeing and hearing you, man.
I'm just seeing a blank screen now. Okay, if you're hearing me, but yeah, I don't agree with it because, of course, the thing about marriage itself is a
Mm-hmm.
tradition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's some significance about giving rings or granting rings. I didn't get to
Mm-hmm.
look at that before. I wanted to, but
Mm-hmm.
I was very busy. But
Mm-hmm.
I just think it is very effeminate for the man to receive the ring. And if I have to propose to you, I can probably just can I just say it? Can I say it on live? I can finger you. I don't know. I just don't think that. I
Jesus.
don't think if you go in there, stop me from entering you as well.
Yes, use that term. Use enter. Use that term.
Sorry. What
Oh,
if you stop me from entering you as well? You know? I mean, since we're going on traditional route, I mean, other people we know that where the male G spot is, yes. And if you can convince me that it is okay to be on my knees to propose, I can definitely convince you that there are other ways in bed to, spice things up untraditionally.
All right. When they put it that way, then no, I changed my mind. I'm no longer for it when they put it that way. But Ryan, let me get you here, Ryan. Before Wooden Spoon spoke, were you of the opinion that if a woman go down on her knees and propose, would you be fine accepting that ring?
There are certain things women should go down on their knees for, and proposition is not one of them. Um, I agree with Warren's stance that it takes away from your masculinity, if that was a term he used. He said something to that effect, but maybe did not use those exact words, but it basically boiled down back to all of that. It takes away from the masculinity and
Mm-hmm.
um, yes, yeah, you can marry the woman. Well, she can basically she got married you anyway because she
Mm-hmm.
proposed. And at the end of the day, you can perform your manly duties, but at the end of the day, it just don't look right. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
agree that traditionally, some things are changing and rightfully so. There are certain things that are patriarchal that are changing and rightfully so. However, not everything has to change. There are certain things that should remain as is, and certain things were designed for a reason, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't need to go about and the wholesale change for every single thing. There are things
Okay.
that, like in the way how men treat women and all of those things, and women getting equal pay and all of that, and equal rights at work and those things should change. But as it relates to this, I don't see why this has to change. There's no logical reason behind. that. I don't see the sense in it, to be honest.
All right, so here is Michelle saying usually the men are reluctant or not ready to get married. So men should propose signaling their readiness. You don't want to force it and then he wasn't ready and it don't
Yeah.
work out.
That's a good
Charmaine,
way. That's a good way of putting it. That's a very good way.
not Kevin Jarrett, not as extreme as what Wooden Spoon said, but it definitely take away from your masculinity. All right, Charmaine, let me get you in here because Michelle is saying that hey, the guy should just do it because hey, the guy knows when he's ready. The guy knows what he wants to do, and really and truly, it's just something manly. Do you agree?
I agree 100%. Um, from a religious perspective, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So the man finds the wife. Um, usually, as and some women may not agree. We don't decide if we're going to or when we're going to get married. The man decides when it's time to get married. We just sit. Women can be in a relationship for 10 years. She's ready to. She already knows she wants to marry the man from maybe the first date or the first
Mm-hmm.
year. So she already knows. She's just waiting on him to be ready. And men usually propose when they are ready. And as you know, we always say women mature faster than men. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing why I think it was made that way. When a man is fully ready, when he feels like, okay, it's time for me to commit and stop doing this or stop doing that, that's when he proposes. So when the woman gets down on her knees and she proposes to him, it takes away from his masculinity. One, two, she creates a big problem because for me, I think real men, they don't like the idea of embarrassing women or making them feel bad. So a man will say yes, she'll propose, and he'll probably say yes, and she plans the wedding, and he'll probably go through with it. Not that he's ready to be married, but he cares for her, he loves her, and he doesn't want her to feel any type of way. So he's gonna go through with it. But later down, if when they have problems, he can easily say, "You wanted to get married, not me." So that's just my take
Ah,
on it. You wait until the man proposes. It shows that he's ready, and this is something that he's in for. He's in it for the long run.
absolutely, absolutely. You made some really great points here. Jody, do you have anything to add to that?
I mean, I agree with what you guys have been saying, and I agree with Michelle's comment that the man proposing signals his readiness. Um, and I would hate to, I mean, personally, I'd hate to feel like I'm forcing someone. And like Juan was saying, signaling that you're interested or this is something that you want or you're ready is okay, but taking that step to propose, I can't see myself doing that.
Absolutely. All right. So since I'm the only one on this boat, you guys have definitely convinced me, especially Wooden Spoon has definitely convinced me that hey, getting proposed to is probably not the right thing for me. Yes, Levon, go ahead.
James, I don't like that switching now because I was riding the wave with you, man. But why you decide
No,
to just
no,
jump ship just so?
no, boss. When Wooden Spoon
Bro,
give
bro,
that,
listen, listen,
when
listen though, fam. Listen.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think all of this comes down to sexism in a sense, right? Because people are trying to eliminate that. And as you guys pointed out before, that people are going to think that, hey, it doesn't look masculine and all of that. But I think it's more big on tradition because at the end of the day, if people are demanding that, you basically see a change in tides, right? Because if you look right across society,
mm,
things that happened in 90s, can you basically bring those same things come into the 21st century and think they're going to
Some of
work the
them,
same way?
some of them. Why do
No,
you think
not at
everything
all.
have to change? You don't change. You don't need to change everything.
Yeah,
You change
everything
what
do
is
have a
No,
necessary.
change.
but you don't need
You
to
change
change
what is
everything. But
necessary.
you don't need to change everything. But here's what I differ from you guys.
yeah.
I personally don't think that it takes away any at all from your masculinity as long as you yourself is sure that you are a man and you're going to
All right,
fulfill your
all right,
manly role.
all right. Hold on, Levon. But like in this situation, let us examine what Wooden Spoon said. If Wooden Spoon decide that she's going to go down her knees and propose to you, no, you have opened the door now for Wooden Spoon to say, hey, Levon, tonight, since I propose to you, tonight I am going to do the man side of things and you do
No,
the
bro,
woman
that's what
side of
that's
things.
what I'm saying to you now, fam. That's not the case. If you're a man, you're going to take and love the situation. So what do you mean by that? It doesn't mean that it's going to
So
be
as
what
a
she say.
So you
Come
cannot
on,
But the
man.
take.
lady, but the
So
lady
as a
said
man,
otherwise. The lady said otherwise. So that's she knows
so
why she said what she said.
Ryan,
So
listen.
if you really
You're go-
wanted to get married to her, why didn't you? What was the hold up?
Exactly.
If marriage was something that you wanted, why did and I'm pretty sure she would have waited for some time before she proposed because that's a big
Yeah.
decision with from a
Mm.
woman. So if you were ready and willing, why didn't you propose? Why wait on her?
why does she wait on me? It's just work the same way.
Well, I mean, if
If
you
she
sit to
got
think
Just
about
statement
get
as
it,
it.
well, why not? Because at the end of the day, you know, remember that is that marriage is something that you as a couple would basically discussed before. You'd have already had discussions about this, right? So it's not a case as if you're going to just get up and say, okay, I'm just going to get married to this woman right now. No, unless you're an idiot. And I'm sure that a lot of men are not going to do that. No. So what I'm getting across is that if both of us already discussed this, why is it so hard for her to do the same?
Well, boss, I'll tell you this. We can discuss this all night, and I know you now move off of your position, and the people are not moving off their position here. So we have to agree to disagree with this one. Here is Queen Chrissy saying, "No sensible woman going to propose to a male who they weren't talking about marriage with." Mm,
Substantiating my point.
Right.
like us.
I would say no sensible woman would propose to a man after speaking about marriage.
because she expects him to kind of step up if he
Right.
really
Of
wants to.
course, you're
All
gonna
right.
have discussions. You're gonna have discussions, but the woman is having the discussion, waiting
Mm-hmm.
for the man to say, "I'm ready. I'm waiting on you to propose to me. I'm waiting on you to be ready because I am ready." That's where the discussion lies. The discussion is
Absolutely.
not to say, "Oh, I'm gonna propose to him because he's taking too long." He doesn't want to. That's my take on it. He does not want to, so you move it right along.
You're wasting your time
Levon
right now.
TS Levon TS is asking if you wait on a woman to pay the bills as well.
RTS. So to answer to your question, as Ken's pointed out on a couple podcasts ago, long time ago, by marital status, Levon is single. So I don't wait on anyone to do any of that for me.
Say, put on the other comment. She said, if you're setting the stage for being the leader in the marriage, that's where it begins.
I
Exactly.
Absolutely.
agree with you.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Fully.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with
Absolutely.
that too.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. So, guys, again, I've said it on a lot of podcasts.
It's
What's the
basically,
important? Go ahead.
no, I was basically saying that if that happened, the man could just burn up all them pants them because him not need them no more.
Him not gonna need them. He must wear the dress. At the wedding, I him for wear the dress.
So
Pretty
here
much.
is Queen.
Yeah.
I want one of the females to respond to this because I guess this Queen Chrissy is a woman. Queen Chrissy is saying so because of pride you will lose a good man. Any woman want to take this one on?
A good man, I guess
If he
my
was a
definition
husband, he
of
would
a good
have
He
proposed.
man
would,
and your definition of a good man is completely
Right.
different.
yeah,
He
I
would
mean,
have
if
given you
he,
your last name if he was a good man.
and if he intended on being your partner, being, your husband, then you wouldn't,
Right.
you're not missing out, you're not going to lose out because he's going to step up
Yeah.
and make that move. Like,
A good man
And I
finds a
think
wife.
right, I think that's the issue with marriages these days. If we realize they don't last as long as, you know, 30, 40 years ago, because we want to change everything. We want to everything to be modern. Some things you have to keep the tradition. When it comes to
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
marriage, certain things you just have to keep. The man is the head of the household. He leads. His woman follows.
Yep.
That's when you take away from that, and the woman is wearing the pants. You can't talk to her. You
Right.
can't, and that is when you're going to lose your masculinity because you have no say in the household. Every
Mm-hmm.
marriage, you do what is best for you that works. So 50-50. Some men don't believe in 50-50. Some do, but whatever works for you. But if you come and you just say, okay, the woman, she should just do everything. I don't care, propose, let's get married, pay the bills, buy the house. You will have no say because you cannot talk to her. And that's just how it is because as women,
Yeah.
when you don't stand up as a man and you allow the woman to do it, it's chaos. It's gonna be
It
chaotic in your
changes her
house,
perspective as
right?
well.
Because we're
Yeah.
emotional
Yeah.
beings. We work off emotions. So when you allow her to, oh, I'm gonna live in your house. I don't want to. I'm not gonna buy a house. She's gonna keep telling you an argument, come out of my house. Emotions. While a man, he would never say that a little argument. He's probably just gonna sit one side and talk. So there are certain things you have to be a man. You have to be a man. Be the man in your relationship, in your marriage. When you give that up,
Absolutely,
it's not gonna.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
agree with the
All right,
Agreed.
Sherman.
Agreed.
all right.
All the
So
dog them agree.
even the dogs agree for real. All right, so
I'm
let
still,
us.
I'm
So
going, Kims, I'm still going to play the advocate right here, and I disagree. Why? Sherman, so you said marriages of 30 to 40 years ago lasted because of whatever not, okay? I put it to you that if you look at it, marriages these days doesn't last because one, people don't really believe in love. A lot of people just believe in spirit tech. And as long as they can put up with their ways, they're gone. 30, 40 years ago, a woman would be all at ears to just sit down and take whatever the man is coming with. So if he's going to hurt
Legon,
her, she's going to soak it up like a good piece of sponge.
I can counter
Nowadays,
that.
go
When you
ahead.
finish, I can counter that.
Go ahead.
You want to go now? The foundation of marriage was never about love.
That's
Business.
correct.
True.
wow, what was the phone? If you don't mind me asking, what was the foundation of marriage? Just for the viewers and for my own educational
The
purpose. What was
foundation
the
of marriage was the man normally was the one who leads, and the man basically put it this way: women normally married to the best man available at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So all
all
of
right?
this that is happening now, yes, the women are gold digger and that this soft compared to back then.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because the men had to prove themselves to the father of the to-be bride
Exactly.
as well. He had to show what he had, that he had the capability to take care of this man's daughter. So it wasn't
Yeah,
completely up to her either. It was like a transfer from him to the husband. That's why the last name changed.
pretty much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's
And
Darian Ben saying marriage isn't lasting long because people aren't willing to work on it when it gets tough, not because a woman is taking charge. So whoever proposes
That's
calls
one of
all
the
the shots.
reasons.
I want to say all the shots, but it does take away from the shots that a man would call if the woman proposes.
it
Yeah,
sets a
it sets the
precedent.
tone. It sets the tone for the rest of the relationship.
All right. And Kevin Bernard is saying that's the point. What works for you? A proposal does not dictate everything else in the marriage. All right. So
No, but it sets the tone.
as I said, guys, we can talk about this all night, and people always have their different opinions, which we definitely respect. But I want to shift focus a little bit and talk about the same thing because, okay, the man go on his knees, he proposes, you guys get married and stuff. I want to talk about privacy in relationship, privacy in marriages, and I'll start with let me start with Warren. In a marriage, Warren, or in a relationship, do you
Mm.
believe that men should still hold a certain amount of privacy? Meaning, hey, I'm still going to keep the password to my phone. The woman not getting, my wife or my girlfriend not getting the password to my phone. My bank account, those things are still, there's still some level of privacy for me. Or is it that, hey, you know, she gets to see everything?
Well, I believe that every human being, man or woman, single or married, whatever the case is, you're entitled to your privacy. You're entitled to a level of privacy. However, if you're in a relationship, there should be a level of transparency as well. In addition to the privacy, I don't think one should override the other one. There has to be some balance. So, um, personally, disclosing passwords and all that, I don't think that is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for a man to have his woman's passwords, I don't see what the need is for that because why do you want to search for a business? Why do you require the woman's password? You want to search for a business. What's that you want to do with the password? When you have a password, you have to have a reason for having the password. What you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for, and for a woman, it's the same thing. Why do you want the man's passwords? What you digging dirt for? Whatever you should know, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever your spouse wants you to know, they will come and tell you, right? If they want to hide something from you, they don't need to keep things in a password because what they can do is they can give you the password, you go look and you don't find anything, you feel okay. But that doesn't mean that they don't have anything to hide. All they do is cover the tracks.
It's okay,
Mm-hmm.
So
cover it good.
yeah, so
Cover it
on
good.
on on both sides, I don't there's a level of transparency, there's a level
Mm-hmm.
of privacy as well, but this whole thing about disclosing all your passwords, everything, I don't think it's necessary. Neither for a man nor a woman. I don't think it's necessary.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Put up Nicole's Campbell comment for me, please, Levon. And Ryan, I want you to address this. Why a password in the first place? Shouldn't things be transparent?
Sorry.
Okay, but I'm not at home 24/7,
Exactly.
so I don't
Yeah.
understand the
Right.
question.
I have to
All
protect
right.
myself from the
I work at
outside
I,
world,
I
you
work
know?
for 8 hours. I'm on the road driving or whatever. Otherwise, so I'm not at home for like 10 to 12 hours a day. What if somebody steals my phone?
Yeah, but all right, Ryan. So
What
how
if
about
somebody at work going on my phone? What I mean, there are a lot of what ifs outside of being at home.
Yeah,
So there
Yeah.
are
Having a
yeah,
password is a sensible thing.
but
yeah.
Ryan, listen, Ryan,
precisely.
look at this. Ryan, look at it this way. How about when you're on the road, you have your password. As soon as you get in the house, all passwords are off, phones on the
Nobody
counter.
have time for that. Nobody have time for
The
able
No,
and
password. I won't remember.
Precisely.
and then it becomes a question of trust. Like, do you not trust your partner that you need to have the password to be able to have access to all those things? I think that comes into question if you feel like you need to have it.
All right, Jody, that's a good point, Jody. But come on now. How about hey, honey, we're just now living together. Something happened. I want to let me make a call off of your phone. I have to bring the phone to you for you to enter the
I have to
password.
enter the
All those
password.
You
stuff.
don't have a
No,
phone. Everybody has.
no, you don't know anything about battery dead and any little thing. I just
Anything,
think
anything can
I,
You know, I
happen.
mean,
I,
then sure. Like, I don't think feeling the need to not share your password with your partner because, you know, I think that makes you start to question what do you have to hide.
mhm.
So letting my partner, my boyfriend or whoever have the password to my phone, sure. But if you feel like you need to have the password because you need to have access to, then I start to feel like you're infringing on my privacy and my right to have like my own stuff that doesn't necessarily belong to both of us. Um,
All right. So
Yeah.
is this a case, Jody, where your husband or your fiance can have your password, but don't necessarily search up your phone or dig up. But in case of any little thing, they just have the password. Is that something
Yeah.
okay, or is it like I
no,
want to keep my password to myself?
that's fine because I don't have anything to hide, right? So
Hmm.
I'm going to be transparent. So I don't mind, sure, if you have it, but if I feel like you're badgering me about like, oh, we're together now, so I need to have your password to your phone, I need to be able to access this, then I don't know. Now I feel
Yeah.
like you don't trust me, so I know you're going to be looking for stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see the
All right.
need. If you're gonna, I don't to ask for someone's password. That's a lot. If we're in a relationship or we're married, you feel like giving, or let me use marriage. So we're married and we're living together, and you say, "Babe, here's my password." Anything, that's fine. But I don't think I'm gonna come and say, "Oh, I need to have your password," because what am I gonna do every time you come home? I'm gonna just take it up and go through it looking for what? I don't need your password to your email. I don't need your password to your phone or whatever else you have. Like, I don't need it. If you want to give it to me, fine. But I have no right to demand it.
All right. I
Yeah.
have a question now for you, Charmaine. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say, because and we were talking about this on another episode, that men like to overcompensate. So a man in the doghouse a little bit and him say, Charmaine, here what? Here's my password. Here's my password to the phone. Here's my password to the phone. And one day you just take up the phone and you just take up the phone. Hey, let me see what's on his TikTok or whatever. You take up the phone. When you go to enter the said password now, the password is wrong. Password changed. Is that going to give you something in your head to say, hey, no man, something is not right about this situation? Or is it just, hey, he just changed his password, business as usual?
I mean, it would probably send off some signals in my head, yes, but I don't think I would make a big deal out of it. I'd probably wonder
Mhm.
why did he give me the password if he's going to change it, but it's not something that I would make a big deal out of. I
Mm,
wouldn't.
okay.
Yeah, and
Wooden spoon.
all right.
Wooden spoon. Let me know how you feel about privacy in relationships, in marriages. Do you think there is such a thing as privacy, or What is mine is yours. What is yours is mine.
All right. So anything I can say, anyone can combat it, right? This topic
Yeah.
is it's a very tricky one. But for me personally, what is mine is yours, right? Just to
Mm-hmm.
show that I really have nothing to hide. Because based on my experience, there's always a thought that there's someone there, or you have someone, in the background for whatever reason there is, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
always feel like I have to take that step to prove that, look, I don't have, whatever you have in your mind or whatever you
Mm-hmm.
think is happening, it's really not happening. And it's always reciprocated, right? So for me to get up now and date someone that has their phone to themselves as always, and if I ask one question like, oh, let me see this, or my mind's be bothering me about something and something don't add up, or can you prove that, or whatever, because yes, I will do that.
Mm-hmm.
um and he is, iffy about it and stuff, then
Mm-hmm.
you're allowing my mind to run where it wants to run. And of course,
Absolutely.
we're gonna say we are emotional creatures and whatever. We can't help it. Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna think wherever, and then based on how we're actually raised as well, we have a certain what would I call it? We have a certain defensive point, things that we probably would do because you're giving such a fight to something as simple as a password to a phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it will definitely breed mistrust in which you don't want in your relationship. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
for me, my phone is open to you. You have all passwords to wherever. And just because I have the passwords to you doesn't mean I'm going digging up every single time, you're not looking, or even when I'll do it right in front of your face. So it doesn't mean that you'll be digging or whatever. It just gives like a sense of security, like, okay, this person really, wants me a part of
To feed.
everything,
Absolutely. 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 All right. so Charmian. So let me get you in here, Charmian, because I'm kind of siding with wooden spoon here, to say. For me personally, I tell you, I never search phone. I never search phone. Like my heart per se can't manage them things. So the man always say when you search and look for things, you will find what you look for. I'm gonna want to find what me I look for first. So I leave out the phone business. But let's say, Charmaine, you're you're with a guy, to live together. And if your phone dead, you can't get a call off your phone. If you need to send a text to your auntie, you can't get a text off your phone. When I sleep time, the phone carries under the pillow. You cannot see the phone. At what point do we start, sir? Hello, sir. So hello, sir. Something is going on,
Really?
sir.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Or,
that's
or
that.
do we
That
are you still have the
that
same mindset that, hey, I don't need to see anything. I'm okay, everything is fine.
it's not. I didn't. You see, it's not that I don't need to say anything. I just don't think I. It's my place to ask for your password or to demand it. And if you don't give it to me freely, it shouldn't be something. It shouldn't be a problem. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if I can't get a call, and if you have to turn the face down and you have to put it under your pillow, we have a big problem. We have a very big problem. And then now I'm going to want to know what it is you're hiding. Because the thing is, you can have the password and he can have another phone, and he leaves the phone in his car when he comes in at night. And when he goes back out, his sweethearts, or how many he has, he links with them during the course of the day, puts it in the car again, comes inside the house, gives you the password, and you're smiling from ear to ear. He trusts me. I'm a part of everything, and this man is outside doing the most. If you go through the phone in the car, you would have shock. So that's why, to me, having the password doesn't really mean anything, because you can have two WhatsApp, you can have two phones, you can have three phones, and he's doing what he's doing, and he's coming home as an angel to you. So, but it's just when you act up
Well,
like, I can't get a call, I can't get a text message. If I say, can I get a call, you itch up beside me because you're afraid. The screen move, it's gonna cause a problem.
Oh,
Then We have that
Hold on,
there.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Pull your brakes right there, Charmaine. Pull your brakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to speak for the men in the comment section and also the men on the panel who probably don't want to talk. At
Mm-hmm.
times, y'all women ask us for, hey, let me get a call for call Susie. And all of a sudden, that call moved from talking to Susie to the Snapchat, the WhatsApp, the text message. So
But if
tell
you
me
don't have
now.
anything to hide, it shouldn't be a
No,
problem
no, no,
then.
no, 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 no,
True.
no. You can't tell me that. I don't want to hear that.
No,
I don't want to
I
hear
agree
that.
with them. If you say you're going to do
I
something,
don't
just
want
go
to hear
ahead
that. If
and
you
do
want a
it.
call, brother, you take a call.
Take the call and give my phone.
Yeah, don't take a
Yeah.
call.
Anything you ask
And
me after that,
Yes,
anything
but
you
if
ask
she
me
has
after
the
that has
password,
nothing.
right? But if she has the password, she has access to this all the
If you take
time.
my phone, and go and do something, you know, if you don't ask me questions and nothing to do with me on your
No,
phone.
that's what I'm saying.
Did
But
they
if
fire
she
one?
has the
You
password,
should not be
if she
going
has
there.
the password, she doesn't have to ask you for a call to go through it. She can just go through it because she already has the password, right? So if she has the password, you shouldn't have anything to hide. So if she decides that she wants to go into Snapchat and your
no,
hidden part where you hide the pictures and stuff like that, it shouldn't be an issue because you
no,
shouldn't have anything
no,
to
no,
hide.
Charmaine. I look, Charmaine. Sometimes, remember, when you give somebody a call, sometimes you have to unlock the phone. So you say you unlock the phone now, and then,
Mm-hmm.
because this has happened to people when we know. A brother give girl a call. She was all smiles. After she done with such call, she come back. She a screw up. She no longer talk. She ready for go home. So I am saying there has to come a point for men where you have to give the man them some respect with the privacy business. If you say okay, you go take a call, then you just take a call and give back the man him phone. But the Snapchat, the WhatsApp, the
Yeah, man.
TikTok, the
Mm.
Instagram,
Yeah, but
we
if
have
she
to ease
has
off of
your
them things.
Oh, you reach
right,
over
but
this
if
stuff.
she has your password, if she has your password, what's the issue? Because she can look at these. She doesn't have to ask you for a call. She can just go in there and look.
No,
So why give her the password?
no man,
Why?
Charmaine,
Because
what
she
me do?
doesn't have to
Yeah,
ask
I
you for the call, and then she
mean,
can just say, "Babe, I'm gonna make a call," and she pick up the phone.
hold on, let me ask a question. So if she have the password, she have the right to go through my phone and start interrogate me. Where the interrogation
No,
comes from?
but
Exactly.
why would she
Hey,
be interrogating you? What you have in there that would
No,
cause her
I
to
mean, anything
ask
can be
questions?
seen and be misinterpreted. You might see me with take a picture and you don't know the context of it, or you might see me send a message, you don't know the context of it, and you just
exactly.
assume something and Mr. Get one bag of interrogation, but I tell you the truth, and you say, I lie me, I tell, all of
Mm-hmm.
them, something. Those things do happen. So
Here,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
here's Kevin Jarrett telling us, I'll give you my password and give you a call. But if you start venture everywhere else, then that's mistrust. If you want to search it, then just take it and say you want to search. Cause Keisha takes too late. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be
yeah,
straightforward
man.
because
Simple, be
let
upfront.
because let us be honest. Let us be honest. And Jody, let me get in here, Jody, and be honest. If you give your dude a call, say him want call Wells Fargo. When him done talk to Wells Fargo, he might ask you about who is Tommy and
That's
who is Mr.
annoying.
Bean from round the road and all of them things.
Mhm.
Then you're going to take exception to that. You're going to take some form of exception to that. So where do we now draw the line, Jody? Where do we draw the line and be like, hey man, you know, I'm still entitled to my little privacy over here.
I mean, I don't know. I think, first of all, going back to the whole scenarios that you guys were mentioning, I feel like if you're going to do anything that you think if your partner finds out, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to breed mistrust, they're going to be uncomfortable about it, then you should think twice about engaging in those things.
Mm-hmm.
Because whether or not it's the finding out in the phone or your finger kind of slip and you end up in the wrong message and you start to see things. I mean, if you feel when there's certain conversations or certain things in your phone that if somebody your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife see it, they're gonna feel uncomfortable about it. So I would just yeah. Now if I feel I have to go search and the digging and stuff, then I need to start to think about the relationship and whether or not I truly trust this person. If I start to feel like accidentally go through stuff to find out, or
Mm-hmm.
then I think there needs to be a conversation with, whoever you're with, to deal with that stuff. Then I think you have a bigger problem than just whether or not you're entitled to privacy or all those kind of things. And then just to add on to it, I think the privacy stuff goes
Mm-hmm.
beyond just the phone. Because for me, I think even when you're in a relationship, it's important
Yes,
for you to have your own space and to kind of be your own person. So
absolutely.
whether that's like, you don't have to always, I mean, you're with your partner, but you don't have to be in each other's face and in each other's space and share everything at all times. I think it's important for you to have your own space, have your own sense of privacy, and then be able to come together and share other things. I just want to throw that in there too, outside of the
Absolutely.
phone.
All right, let me hey, Levon, put up our TS comment about if you go looking for something. She said if you go looking for something, you likely misconstrue everything you see to fit that narrative. Careful with the searching.
I
Absolutely.
disagree.
All right, tell us why you disagree.
Right? I mean, okay, people are sensible here. Let's not say most of us don't have no sense, right? If
Yes.
you're searching and you're looking for a good one, unless you're doing a quick thing and you say, okay, you see something that's kind of funny, right? And
Mm-hmm.
before you could even really go up further to see where is it coming from,
Mm-hmm.
you have to put it down quick or whatever. Just come out and ask, first of all. So you did see it, come out and ask and find out what. Nobody cook up things in your mind and talk about, oh, the girl said good morning.
Mm-hmm.
What's so good about it? Eh? Why she tell you
Yeah.
good morning? I
Yep.
really fall. It's like things like that. It's like we're all sensible adults here. What is there to misconstrue from a simple message or something that
No.
is really, like
No, wooden spoon. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. And
right.
again, kudos to you and the other females who don't misconstrue. But like a lot of women, they're so eager to find something. So when they find something, they not even take the time out to even think what they're seeing. They just you could see good morning, honey. And probably the honey don't mean anything. But then they start go off on him. Why is she good morning, honey? You how long you know her, where you know her from, and then it goes on and on and on. And it's just a simple good morning message.
Yeah,
So
one big
sometimes,
interrogation, as I said
yep.
earlier.
Yeah.
And then here is Deandra saying, I don't even want my man to show me something in his phone. I don't want to even touch his phone.
Want to search like barrel.
Um Queen Chrissy saying privacy is a necessity in a relationship. If I'm on the phone with mom and decide to step away, my man should be able to respect that and not follow behind me. And this is another thing I want to talk about. But just before that, I saw Shanita Ellis made a comment, and I think that one was absolutely important when she's saying sometimes Ryan and Warren, and you can tell me if this ever happened to. Sometimes you give your partner a call. You give your partner a call. You give your partner your phone, and somebody who you haven't spoke to in years at that particular
Out of
time, them just
nowhere.
decide to text you like that opportune time. Them just text you, hey, miss you, honey, and you haven't talked to this person in years. How is it now that you can tell your partner that, hey, me and this person are talking years, and them just text me just out of the blue? How is it that you can tell them that?
Just tell
Just tell them
them.
as it is. Just tell them as it
Yeah.
is. If that's the case, and you get a text, an unexpected text from a person from long ago, you tell her as it is, and you open the chat, you look at the last time a message was
She
sent
gonna
prior
say
to,
clear the
to
chat, Warren. She gonna say
They're
clear,
gonna say
the
clear the
chat.
chat. Come on.
Yeah,
They're
man.
gonna,
I
they're
was
gonna
well
say
answer
well then
just like
Right.
you, and
well
then
then
me think that, yeah.
that is her problem. Then if she want to believe so clear,
It's
okay,
going
chat.
to
Then if
become
you're
your
gonna
problem. It's going to become your problem now.
no
yeah,
no no, I'm not taking up a med. If you see something coming to my phone, right?
yeah.
From from somebody from a past and you get upset about and I tell you that nothing is happening now, present day, right? And you come to a conclusion in your head that something is happening now, then I don't have anything else to tell you. Vex if you want to sit down there, vex when you're ready, you come back to me. But I'm not gonna say anything else after that.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
you could use Nicole's uh thing where it just says the wrong person, wrong number.
No, no, no. I wouldn't say that.
Mm-mm.
No. That's not believable. No, it's more believable. You can tell them say, yes, it's the person that I know the person, but we haven't spoken in years, and she just messaged me. I think that's more believable than saying that is the wrong number.
Exactly.
No, that's true. But I mean, I'm just saying that she's going to. I mean, especially if she have her mind make up a certain way, she's going to say that. Oh, you clear the chat. You this, you that, whatever, whatever. You know what, girl, sometimes.
But
Yeah, well,
Warren,
that's just
listen to Warren.
okay.
You said that you could read through the conversation, right, and all of that. But I saw this point from Kish for quite a while now. She said that people can easily use their workplace CUG and cover their tracks. So I mean, the person can message the person. However, they don't choose to use their own phone respond. When they go work, then just simply call back the person. What's hard in that, bro? Come on.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard. But at the end of the day, is if you jump to a conclusion, then I can't really fight to any conclusion. I can only tell you what is. If you have um your mind made up that this is what happened, then you live with that. I can't do anything else about
Exactly.
that. After
You can
you
do
make up your
nothing.
mind, say this is it. You not having what I am saying. Then I'm just going to stop saying. I can't do anything else about that.
Warren, DeAndre is saying that you're very nonchalant, and here's Shania saying, "Now, Warren, that's nonchalant, and your problem now."
No
Yeah.
man, you can't look at if it is actually a case where I wasn't speaking to this person for a while and she actually messaged me at that point in time,
Mm-hmm.
right? I can only tell you that this is what is actually happening. You can believe it or not, but I can't. What else would I do? Even if I don't want to be nonchalant, what I can't go back in time and erase. You saw the message, so I'm telling you now that is not true. Is I haven't been talking to her, so what else should I do? I can't do anything else about that.
All right. So here is Adrian Nichols saying, all I can say is that nobody can be trusted at times. Even the devil can come to you as an angel. So it going on. All right.
And then never
So
come to me. So.
I want to talk about two more stuff before we move on to, because we have two more spicy topics that we want to talk about. And Wooden Spoon said she want to put on the licks, the Shensia licks on you guys. So hey, but what I
Fix
want to
that.
ask
Fix
you guys,
that.
what
Fix
I want to
that.
ask, what I want to ask you guys, right? Sometimes, and I see somebody mention it. At times your girlfriend get a call, your wife get a call. Yeah, you probably hear a crusty voice over the phone.
Hmm.
That get your attention. I don't care what kind of money you want to be. I don't care how nonchalant you want to be. That get your attention when you hear, right? So you hear the crusty voice on the phone, and your partner decide to do this and get up and walk. You are where you are, And she get up and she walk away, probably go to the next room, probably go somewhere else to answer the phone to finish her conversation. As men, is that something that we are okay with, or you say, hey, get your ass like right
No,
That,
that's
like
that's
tough.
get yourself
fine.
back right here.
That's
That's tough.
fine.
She
That's
getting up.
fine.
Me hearing a crusty voice, crustier than for me one, and she get up.
Mm. Yeah.
That's us. Have to be.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why get up? What caused you to get up? How you
Yeah. When I
feel
get up.
about getting up?
Will
How
you
you
follow
actually get
her?
up?
Will you
What
follow
caused all
her,
of that?
Ryan?
Huh?
Well,
Will you follow her, or would you just sit there thinking and
follow
No,
her, or would
you're
you
not
just
no,
sit down
following
and
I
her?
don't need to follow her, but she must hang up the phone at some point. So we're gonna have a
Yeah.
conversation about it.
Same thing I say, right? I'm not going to follow her, but I was going to watch her. Me I go wonder who is this crusty man on the phone after hours. It's not work time. So I'm gonna have some questions when she come back, but I won't follow her though.
hey, all I'll say, you guys are better men than me. Because me, me have,
Imagine.
You follow?
me,
Mm-mm.
me, come on, me a follower because I need to know who is this crusty voice, what is going on, why is it so important for
So
her
why
to
you
get
have to
up from
talk in the
around me?
bathroom?
No, worse than to go bathroom and I lock the door too, and then she
No,
start.
no, this is my dread line. I come in there. No man.
Mm-mm.
No. If she go in that bathroom, no, me I come in there. Me I go in there.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
That's too much.
Yeah, yeah.
But suppose
No,
you
man,
know she
trust
get the
me. That,
call and she
no,
wants to pee at the same time, so she gets up and she goes to the bathroom.
well,
Now
well,
here,
No,
you're
no,
supposed
put
to.
the
no.
head.
Hey, let me tell you some. Let me
No,
give you
no.
some wooden spoon. Let me tell you some wooden spoon. One thing with me, I try to fester a nice, comfortable surrounding. So you're supposed to can use the bathroom with the door wide open. You don't need to close the door. None of that. Cross the voice on the phone. Trust me. Under the door, and I look on one. We need to know exactly what's going on. I'm gonna play them game though. About cross the voice. One player. Hello. Or you probably hear something like because sometimes your mind can play games and then you probably hear him there on you. I yes. Like these things actually happen. So me, I'm following the lady. I have one
And
more question.
you know what else,
Go ahead,
Kim?
Warren. Yeah.
She doesn't have to get up, She doesn't have to go hide. There are certain postures. When she
You
sit
know when
down, there
she
are certain
sits.
postures. Like, when I want to see her lie down on the sheet, um, on the couch. So you have to
Yes.
talk to a man. Even if it's in plain view, no, you
Yes.
have to go sit up straight. When I want to see her lie down, you have to go sit up straight. And you
Abs-
have to go look like you're talking about something specific.
Get too
But
comfortable.
nobody lie down and I want like you want comfortable like no, mm-mm.
But
I
Kim's
tell
on the
her,
contrary though, Zane. You as a man now, would you be comfortable with your woman doing the same exact thing that you just posited?
Bossy, here we go. She can do whatever she want to do. If she don't want to follow me and she want to play hero, she can do that if she want. Me personally, I am following her wherever she is. I need to know who is on the phone, what's going on. As Steven Jarrett said in the comment section, speaker me please. Put that phone on speaker, make we find out what's going on. And as Warren say, Warren, I see, he said it's okay. Me and you sleep together. I can be in the bathroom when you pee. Speaker, please. Absolutely. Speaker, loud and clear. And Kaden is saying, yes, you should follow and know who's on the phone. Hey, Warren, I agree with you with that as well,
Mm,
When you talk to a man on the phone, you're not supposed
mm.
to you know them have a little thing where them all start sprawl out and say, no,
Yeah, see
don't
me?
don't you're not get comfortable. There's no comfort in talking to our next man on the phone.
Yeah.
Sit
Oh, you're
up
so
straight.
comfortable.
Yes,
Sit up
sit up.
straight. You want to sit down
Yeah.
up straight. Straight your back.
militant.
Yeah, but you have a militant in the thing, man.
Yeah.
What kind of conversation now so
And I
where you
laugh
want to be
too
so
hard, me.
comfortable?
And I laugh too
No
hard.
laugh too hard. And make sure you get to the point too. Make sure you say,
Yeah.
straight. Get to the point and then hang up the phone.
Yeah, the business like about it.
Be
Yeah, man.
business like, yeah.
You ever notice yet where sometimes she'll laugh and she laugh all harder than when you are give a joke. And you wonder what's up, your joke them not so funny. How come film jokes so funny? Like those
Yeah.
things play. Hey ladies, let me tell you something. Ladies on
Yeah.
the panel and in the comment section, let me tell you something. Pay attention to those things. Man, I like them things. And if the joke funny, tough up your face and nobody laugh. Tough up your
Okay.
face. Screw up your
Yeah.
face.
All right.
And I tell you,
You try to screw up your face. You know, I see a smile and a laugh too much.
see Monique saying here, Warren looks at toes, or if I'm too smiley. Yeah? What you mean?
Yeah.
Big up, hey,
Yeah, yeah.
Warren,
Yeah.
that is key. And
Mm-hmm.
hey, men, we teach you this.
Yeah.
Look, make sure don't look on our toe. Look if our toe
Yeah.
them a crinkle up.
Look if them a
Look,
curl.
yes, man.
Come on. Really?
If the toes are curly, she's nervous and excited at the
Wow.
same time.
Wow.
Hey, be careful,
Mm.
gentlemen. Man, I tell you, these are the context clues.
If
All
I
right,
start wearing horseshoes.
all right. All right, another thing I want to talk about quickly is about cutting off people really quickly. And Charmaine, I haven't heard from you in a while, so I want you to come now and talk about this. If there's a situation where, say for example, well, you know what we have been talking about, and you're uncomfortable with it, are you the type of woman to tell them and say, hey, she have to go, block and delete, she has to go, or do you just allow your partner to figure it out?
No, I shouldn't have to tell him that. All I should say is I'm uncomfortable with the relationship or the time that she calls or whatever the situation is, but I'm uncomfortable. It is no. He should know now that It's either I'm going to cut all communication or I'm going to let her know that listen, can't call me certain time and or whatever the case may be. But then the ultimate decision is his. I'm not going to tell him to do anything. And if he's not going to do anything, it means that he prefers her over me. He chose her. So then it's my time to leave and let them
Right.
do what it is that they're
I
doing.
agree.
I'm very
Okay.
prideful. I
Yeah.
would never tell anyone to block anyone. Me, full of too much pride.
No,
Me,
I would
full of
never.
too much
You should
pride.
know that you should respect my feelings. If I'm uncomfortable and I give you the reasons why I'm
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable, you should
Mm.
Give
fix
me an
it.
example,
But if you
though,
don't
Sharon.
need to block her, but huh?
Give me an example because it can go different ways. I mean, the type of person you're asking him to block. So I mean, it doesn't isn't there context to some of it?
Right. That's what I'm saying, not block. I would never tell anybody to block anybody. All I can say is how I feel about, their relationship. It makes me uncomfortable the way the times that she called you at night, or
Okay, fine.
um,
That's what I was asking for an
right,
example
when she,
because it just sounded too
or when
vague or
she's
whatever.
released in public, she's all rubby dubby and all of that. No, I
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah.
So
Okay, fair
when
enough.
I say it to him, right, out of respect, he should
Like
say
she
to her,
knock no
listen,
man
my
down.
wife is uncomfortable with some of the things, so don't call me after hours and, you know, fix it up a little. I would never tell him, because sometimes you have friendship, it's years, 15, 20 years. I can't come after 5 years and tell
Yeah.
you not to speak to your friend of 15 years, but you
Yeah.
should know that when you're in a marriage, you have to straighten up certain things and cut off the things that you used to do when you were single. You're now a married man or a man in a relationship. You kind of neat it up a little, yeah. But I would never
All
tell
It
right.
goes
anybody to
both ways.
have friendship or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So Michelle is saying, I'm going to give you my trust until you prove you can't be trusted. Then once I can't trust you, it's over for me because I am an overthinker. Hey, don't ramp with them overthinkers then. But
True.
but Warren, let me
Yeah.
get you in
Can I
here,
just
Warren,
ask Michelle
because
a question, though?
yes, go ahead.
Do you lose trust after one incident, or do you forgive, or does the incident
Depends on the
matter in
incident.
terms of what caused you to lose trust?
It should
Basically, what
depend
I'm
on the
saying is, does
incident.
one thing cause you to lose trust, or is it a collection of things?
It
All right,
should
Michelle,
definitely
just answer
depend on the
that for us in
incident.
the comment section. So Warren,
Yeah.
at times women can see stuff that really don't go like that. So we'll probably have a one friend one named Stacy, where Stacy check up on we make sure so we're good, but I know nothing serious. I don't know we know the extent to it. I know nothing serious. I know nothing we're gonna damage a marriage. I know nothing we're gonna damage a relationship. But the woman don't understand that.
Hmm.
How can as men now, how can we allow the woman them to just understand, say, hey babes, don't worry, I have it under control. Just trust
Can I
me. I have
interject a
it under
little,
control.
Cameron?
Huh?
Can I interject a little?
Yes, go ahead.
You see, just as you guys are men, you've always been a man, you've been born a man, you know how men interact, you know how men think.
Yes.
As women, we know how women think, we know how
It's true.
things might come off as innocent, and they will play that innocent role for
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Women are very devious. We
Hmm.
are very devious. And if we see potential in someone, we will be that friend and never pass that barrier for years. Okay? But we still keep in contact. I will do little things just to piss the wife off, just to piss the girlfriend off. But you will
Mm-hmm.
see that innocent. You know, she never did this yet. So, and then you take sides with the girl, and then she probably laugh like, what's that?
Right,
Mm.
you call him on 11 o'clock in the night, him answer phone, what
That's
going
very
stay
disrespectful.
big
Mm-hmm.
truck.
No.
So no, she's gonna be like,
Mhm.
all right, watch out.
Right.
Him,
We're
him,
just
him answer my
friends.
call whenever. Him not have any boundaries. And you
Mhm.
see the wife in public, y'all smurf. Yeah, me can call fear man anytime of night and him talk to me. I should
And it's
yes.
not exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how women are.
Warren, go ahead,
Hmm.
my boss.
Well, to add to what this one is saying, I may not be a one, but I believe I have a certain level of understanding of the intentions behind women's actions. I think I have a fair enough understanding. Um, and even though what Wooden Spoon is saying is true, I actually believe that sometimes
because they're in a position of, feeling jealous, they might overreact. I still think that exists. Um, but as it relates to cutting off a friend just like that because of the partner is uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a bit too drastic. I wouldn't just jump and cut off the female like that. I would. That's where the reassurance comes in. That's where I try to reassure my wife. Um, do some more things to restrict interaction. So like if I have a lady calling me, a lady who claims that she's my friend, if she's calling me after hours and that kind of stuff, I'm gonna say to her that, I don't think this is appropriate anymore. Remember that I'm married and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't come off right. So I'm gonna try and make those amends as soon as I can and try to bring my wife to a level of comfort that, she doesn't feel like it is a need for me to cut off this person. Cutting off somebody is very drastic.
Yeah.
But if it continues, um obviously I'm gonna choose my wife over the long-standing friendship. I'm gonna choose my wife. That's why she's my wife. She's the most important thing. So if it comes to that, then I would do it. But it's not a first choice. I'm gonna try everything else before it comes to that.
All right. Ryan, you have anything to add?
No, I agree with Warren. I mean, if it comes down to a situation where, matter of fact, your wife shouldn't even have to ask you. You should be making those amendments from you're married or whatever else it is, you're in a community relationship and so forth. So it
Yeah.
shouldn't reach a stage where you have to be saying to you that X and Y is calling you at X and Y time and this I don't like it and whatever. You're supposed to put things in place as a man that
Mm-hmm.
you are, hey, I am now in this relationship or I'm now married. So these things that these little things can't happen again because the dynamics change.
Mm-hmm.
And going forward, I don't want you to be calling me after 9 or after 8 or after 7, whatever time it is um
Mm-hmm.
that I think you might be uncomfortable with. So yeah, you have to
Yeah,
make those changes early on.
yeah, and we need to do the things that we don't want for ourselves. We can't, the things that we wouldn't accept for ourselves, we cannot be giving it to somebody else. So I wouldn't feel comfortable with a woman calling my man at 11 o'clock. So I can't have my male friend, even though I've known you all my life. I can't allow you to call me at 11 and be like, babes, but stay a long time, and my friend, we're practically brothers. No, because if I'm gonna
Yeah.
have an issue with what you're doing, then it's expected that you have an issue. So that's where it comes in. Respect. It's just an automatic thing to know that we're in a relationship now. I wouldn't want a woman calling him after hours, friend or not. So I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's only fair. I'm not asking you to cut off a friend. I'm just asking you to cut the time that your friend call you.
The time,
I'm not telling you
right.
And
to
set
get rid
Yeah.
of friend.
boundaries.
I'm not doing that.
So like cut
It's
Yeah.
off, as Lauren said, right? Cut off is very drastic, especially if it's a long-standing friendship. They've been there through all your ups and your downs. You just kind of tweak it a little bit and call at a certain time. And if the person persists and they keep calling you after hours or just doing
Being
things, certain
disrespectful.
things, then that is where now you as the individual should know it's either I'm going to cut you off or you're going to change. And if you're not, then you should choose your
Absolutely.
marriage over. You should never let your partner feel like you're choosing people over them.
Absolutely.
Eh,
Hey,
That's fuck,
Levon.
Charmaine. Because look at it, Charmaine. That friend wouldn't really respect your person because if he understands the situation, he knows that you're married. Why would you be calling him at some graveyard hours? That doesn't make any sense. So
And chat
Mm.
important.
right.
that
There you
means that
go.
at the end of the day, that
Exactly.
person wouldn't really be your best friend because if that person was your best friend, why
That's
would they try
right.
to put your relationship in jeopardy?
True.
Hey,
There you
Exactly.
go.
Levon, put up Tevin Jarrett comment there. Make a comment all of that. Kind quite interesting comment. Eh? So he said, what if your wife has a male best friend and you aren't comfortable with that situation? How would you women want your man to address that? Any
The
one of
same
you
way
women.
I addressed it with him. It's a simple come to me, say, babe, I'm not comfortable with Jack calling you um at after hours. I'm not comfortable with Jack. Whatever it is that doesn't make you comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, fix it. Simple. You
I
don't
hear
have to say
wouldn't
fix
you
it. You just simply say I'm not comfortable with it, and then it's up to me as the woman to
Mm-hmm.
know that. All right, I'm gonna talk to Jack and let Jack know. Look, Jack, can't call me this time again now because it's not appropriate, and my
Mm-hmm.
husband doesn't really feel comfortable. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
just have to, yeah,
Yep.
simple.
Yeah, I heard Unspoon say something a while ago that echoed what I said last week, where she said that women know how women think, and last week I said men know how men think. And it comes right back to if it is that the friend is doing something, that means there's more to it than just that person wanting to be a
True.
friend. Maybe that person was a friend for years with other intention, just to be around. And now that you are committed slash married, they are trying to do something else to maybe cause you to break up or whatever it is because them have intentions. So these things, people can be friends for years with intentions.
All right. Now, so here's Deandra saying, why would you call my man at 11? He must want the phone to connect to his head. Violence. All right. So, we are already an hour and 5 minutes in. So now we're going to switch gears again, and we're going to talk about women faking orgasms, right? And you know, I saw
Unnecessary evil.
I saw a question the other day, and it was saying that if women are still out there faking orgasms, and as you see my name, no to fake orgasms, and let me attack this one first. And this is for the women in the comment section. This is for the women on the panel. Listen, for me, I don't want you to fake any orgasm. If I'm not doing a good job, make me know
Tell
so
me.
make me know I'm not do a good job. Right? If I'm not hitting the spot, make me know I'm not hit the spot. I believe when you fake the orgasm, it give me a fake build up. So no, the next thing we're gonna start ask for, I treat some more next, because hey, mash you down, so hey, you and your friend come now, mash down the two, no. But in a year mind, I am worthless. In a year mind, I am not good enough.
It
So where
can
that
be
is
lots of
concerned,
things, but you
yeah,
want it over.
and I've always said this. For me, I have no problem being a baby. Teach me what you want. Teach me what you like. Show me that. But the fake orgasm thing, I am not. I'm not for it. So I'm going to let Wooden Spoon. You can go first. You can tell me. You're not even have to talk about you per se, but I just want to know if you believe that women, because I know you have female friends, and female friends talk that group chat after that guy finish and feel like say conquer the world. The girl come in the group chat and say, "Hey, boy,
Whistling done.
Mr. Mention, no go on good at all
Yes,
tonight."
man.
So,
But yes,
Wooden Spoon, tell me, do you think women
um,
still fake orgasms?
I don't anymore because I'm a big woman now, and
So,
I
you're
believe
saying, hold on. You can't make them big claim there and then just want to brush it off. So, Wooden Spoon, you're saying that you don't anymore because you're a big woman now.
I'm grown,
So
and I
so
believe
that
that
means you used
sex,
to do it in the past.
definitely,
All right.
of
Why you
course,
used to do it in the past? Why? What's the reason?
because all right, I don't know. I just felt like as a partner, I should always make my partner feel the best at all
Mm-hmm.
times, right? And even if he wasn't doing, but in his mind, he's trying and he might put all the effort and he's doing everything, but he's still not connecting. It's like I was a bit shy to express that, so I'll just fake it at the most, and at the end, I'll probably just well, I'm always drop asleep, so when I drop asleep, I go to the bathroom, and do what I need to do. So at the end of the day, I still get satisfied, self satisfaction, and then he gets satisfied knowing that he did something, right? That was just my train of thought at the time. Always let him feel good, let him feel happy, let him feel like he did
But
something.
but wouldn't that be kind of a disservice to you, knowing say
Yes,
after you finish sweeting up Mr. Mention head, have to go into the bathroom to go finish whatever
yes,
he
yes. Which is
started,
why
because I'm started but him not finish the job. So
yeah,
wouldn't isn't that a disservice to you?
yeah, definitely. That's why I don't do it anymore. No, it's either do or come up on me. It's more. It's like I'm very vocal. I
Mm-hmm.
teach, and it's like an understanding. Not everyone will know you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to teach someone to know your body, know what you like, know what you dislike. You know,
Absolutely.
we're not high school kids. They can't come on top of me and juke like rabbit. No, you have to. some women like foreplay, some women don't like foreplay, some women like, just, it's good to teach, right? A lot of
Absolutely.
women, a lot of women say that they're too grown to teach, but not everyone you are with will know what you like. Not every woman's inside has the same spot, so they can't
Exactly.
use the track record that they have and please you. It doesn't work like
Absolutely.
that. So you have to be vocal.
Absolutely.
But
Mm.
Um,
I still
um,
think it's necessary sometimes.
it's still, no, it's not. It's not necessary at any point in time.
Okay,
Sharon,
sorry.
huh?
So I was just giving an example. Say
Okay, give
you're
us an
with
example.
someone for years, yes?
All right.
You live together now. Is a type of man that want it every day. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't believe in saying no.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, when him do it now, you still have to show a little vibe. They can't just make it seem like a rape. You just lie down there and
Yes.
it not feel like nothing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just put on a little show and then go to your bed. And the thing is, when you act a certain way, they get off quicker. So it's like just do your part, and just go on your bed. It's neither here nor there. You never wanted to begin with, but just fake it till you make it, and you can if you want to get to go to sleep peacefully after and cuddle up.
Oh, jeez.
I agree.
Charming, do you agree with wooden spoon?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I'm gonna speak about, like a long-term relationship, because if a man isn't good, yeah, in the early stages, and you'll just know if he's not good and you can't fix it. There's nothing you can do or say to him, and I'm not going to continue faking anything to please anybody. So I'm gonna stick to long-term relationships. So as Wooden Spoon said, if I'm in a long-term relationship, I almost never say no. Um, but sometimes I'm not always in the mood. So if I'm not in the mood, I'm going to work with it, and you feel nice, stroke his ego, and we're both happy at the end of the day. I won't always do it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not that he's not good. Why I'm not, I'm not feeling. It's just that I may not be in the mood. Maybe my mind is somewhere else, so we're not connecting right there at the moment. But he's good, because tomorrow when I'm in the mood and he comes, yeah, it will
Mm-hmm.
work how it's supposed to work. But sometimes you have to kind of stroke his ego. Feel good. Yeah, babe, yeah.
Jody, Jody, do you agree with these two women? And gentlemen, I want you to get your thoughts in order now, because I want to ask you guys if how do you guys feel about orgasms being fake, and how can we go against it? Because I'm not for it at all. Jody,
I
fake
mean, yeah,
orgasms.
I do agree. I mean, faking the orgasm because he's bad at the sex, then no. Then you're going to have to deal with that long term. But faking it to boost his ego, or to kind of he gets turned on if you do certain things, or then he
Mm,
feels good, he comes and it's over, then yeah.
okay.
Sometimes you want to get to where, or or like it's you don't necessarily have the energy, so you want to kind of get it over quick. So you know exactly what to do, and he's gonna get turned on. Now he comes. Like I think Wooden Spoon was saying, you go to your bed, he's happy, and it's over. So yeah, both
Hey,
is
so
better.
so there's two women in the comment sections that disagree with you, woman. TS, she's basically saying there is absolutely no way in hell she's going to say yes every single time. If she's not feeling it, then it's going to be no.
I
And
never
here
said
is
women should say yes all the time. I said
and
personally, I'm someone who does not like to say no because I do not like to be told no.
Exactly. I
oh,
mean, different strokes for different folks.
Hmm.
Different
No,
strokes indeed.
no man can say, no man can tell me no.
uh,
You're mad. I go feel very like
Exactly.
I'm gonna be
And it's not
sick.
like it's going to kill me. As I said, maybe I'm just not in the mood. It's not like it's something that's going to hurt me. So
Yeah.
he wants
all
it,
right.
that's fine. Because when I
I'll
want it,
probably
I want it. And if you say
I'll
no, we're
probably
gonna
just
have a problem.
are probably just not as turned on as he is. So it's not necessarily
Right.
that you do want it at a time, but you're not as turned on. Um, so
Okay. All right.
yeah.
All right, Warren. Let me get you in over here, boss. Because I'm not going to ask you if a woman ever fake orgasm on you because you wouldn't know, right? I wouldn't know either. Nobody, none of us will know.
Definitely not.
However, however, um, where
Would
fake
not know.
orgasms are concerned, are you
Mhm.
okay if a woman fake an orgasm as long as you get your 10 minutes of fame, an hour of fame, however long? Are you okay with that as long as your ego is filled? Or do you want your woman to be straight up? Hey, babes, never saw it tonight, but we'll try again tomorrow.
When you put it that way, it sounds like a chore. Yeah. And that's the last thing a sexual encounter should be. It shouldn't be a chore.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of siding with you in saying that I'm not for it. I don't like the idea. Um, if I am sexually active with a woman, I don't just want to get my satisfaction. I want to know that she's actually enjoying it just like me. I think it's
I'm,
it, it's it's selfish just to get get your feeling and then go to your bed. And I think that's selfish.
mhm.
And that's kind of objectifying the woman. It's her needs are important too. So I would like to know that she's actually enjoying what is happening. So her faking it. I don't like. I don't know. I don't know if that's ever happened before. I don't know. I really don't know. I never asked. I never
Mm,
wanted to know. But
mm,
Don't ask.
if I'm not gonna ask, so if I know though, I would feel some type of way because as much as I am satisfied, me alright. It's easier for men to reach there. Um,
mm,
I wouldn't feel good knowing that she feel like she wasted her time with me. And that
mhm,
doesn't mean that I want her to sit down and school me either, because I don't want her to really school me. I prefer
mhm,
to just um take the last. I know said me and her are not compatible in the bedroom, and
mhm,
let her go and find somebody who she compatible with. Because I don't want her to school me. I'm gonna feel bad if she school me. So
mhm.
I'll just leave that one alone and take the last. That's where I stand.
Mm.
And here is
Yeah.
TS saying every woman has faked it, Warren. Dead with laugh.
Oh yeah. I
You
wouldn't know.
see?
I don't know. I don't know if that happened before with them before. Probably not. I don't know.
All right. Ryan,
And
Yeah,
that's what.
man.
Oh, okay.
because I know, you're all veteran in the business. And again, I'm not asking you if a woman has faked because apparently with what TS say, every woman fakes. So I guess all of we get goose already. Right? But what
Yeah.
I want to say is, Ryan, how do you think men bridge that gap? Bridge the gap, the fake gap. The fake gap to say, okay, we don't want the women faking anymore. We want some healthy conversations. We want some positive conversations where the woman them don't have to be faking to stroke our ego.
Simple. All women make up different in terms of what they want and what they like and all of those things. So just have a communication where that is concerned, because um, a man might a man might be in a relationship with a woman for 5 years and she like a certain thing, then them break up and then meet an next woman, and he might feel so the same thing where him ex did like him current one ever like, and it might not be the same. So you can just have an open conversation. Is, as Warren says, schooling. I wouldn't necessarily call that part of it schooling,
Mm-hmm.
but just let the guy know, say, hey, I prefer if you do this that way, or that way, putting up on my head top, that way there, or whatever it may be, that
Absolutely.
with her, just have that communication and let the guy know um what is it that you prefer. Because it's not everybody thinks that up the same way. And I heard a lady mention that's when they're doing the mood, some of the time them fake it. That part I can live with, because I mean that are gonna be like an anomaly. Most of the times when people have sex
Mm-hmm.
is not a situation where both parties are not in the mood. So if it is a case where you fake it every once, every whenever, because you're in a mood and you try to make me get my get
Mm-hmm.
off, then can live with that because
Yeah,
you're not
me too, Ryan. Me can live with that one
in
there.
the mood. If you were in the mood now and
Mm-hmm.
you fake it, then it's a different ball game when you talk about that stuff.
All
So
right.
you know,
Right.
Here is
Yeah.
go ahead,
what's that?
Charmaine.
All right, Kims. Listen though, Kims. I first
Sorry.
say, right, Sherman, you're going to say something?
Oh no, I wasn't hearing Kemar.
Oh, I'm saying that. All right. You
Uh,
see, if she's not in the mood, bro, as a man,
yeah.
just leave it alone. Save your 30 seconds of fame and ensure that whenever time return, you have her shaking like a 11.6 magnitude earthquake, bro. So
Yes.
save yourself the embarrassment instead of going and then get fake. Because a lot of women fake it for different reasons in the farm.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've encountered niggas that got fake because, yeah, the woman
Mm-hmm.
want money. So what she did was that she just leg him and kill
Mm-hmm.
him dead, say, yeah, you got it, but it was just
Yeah.
nothing but mere legs. So, I
Yep.
mean, a lot of women fake it for a lot of reasons.
Yep. And here is I totally agree with you, Levon. And here is TS saying sometimes you'll be taking too long. Faking it speeds it up. But
Right, right.
but and Tevin Jarrett raised an important question.
That not
Man, them
possible.
ever fake it yet?
Never
And
possible.
and I
Cannot
will
be
and I will take
possible.
this on first. I'll take it on first. Absolutely not. Well,
Never.
nah, I'm lying. I'm lying. I have
Man can't
I
fake it.
I have faith before,
Hold on
but
there. Does faking it
Oh,
include thinking about somebody else?
huh?
No,
Oh
faking mean that
wow.
they pretend that they
Oh,
come, but they
oh,
didn't.
so
No,
That's
hold
why,
on,
Kims, man cannot
hold
fake
on,
it,
Ryan.
bro. Kims, man cannot fake it, fam.
no,
Man can't
no.
Kemar,
fake
how
it.
did you?
Man, you're not
Does
fake the
faking include
orgasm,
thinking about somebody
Another
else?
orgasm you have fake, but
Oh wow.
you really have fake like the enjoyment. You have fake the enjoyment,
Hmm.
but not the
Hmm.
orgasm itself. Where you have fake the enjoyment. So say for
But if you
example,
don't
she's
orgasm, then I don't get it.
say for example, a woman is doing fellatio, right? She's giving fellatio, but you're not enjoying it. It's easy to fake it that way. Like, oh, yeah, baby, you're doing good. Yeah, yeah, keep it up, keep it. But in
Yeah.
real terms, you're not really enjoying it. But you're just
Mm.
trying to hurry up and get it over with. So in
Cut
that
the
sense,
chase.
yes.
More leave. Cut the chase.
You know, no, we can't. No, we can't say that. But Ryan made an important point. So Ryan, are you saying that you have, in the midst of intercourse, you have probably thought about another woman in order
I think
to get
everyone has
off
done
from
that.
the current woman?
No, I'm just
Ryan, give
asking
a
a
political
question.
answer, Ryan. Give
I'm
a
just asking
political
a
answer.
question to the ladies. Um, if it is that if a man think about somebody else, if they would consider that the man faking it.
No.
Okay.
So
Mm.
how about the ladies
The man
before I go to the last topic? How about the ladies? How about you're probably not, obviously not your current relationships or whatever you have going on right now, but in the past, have you ever had to, oh boy, John now go on with nothing, but Peter was always a good partner for me. So let me think about Peter in order to get off for John. Is that something that has ever occurred? Yeah. Oh, wooden
Yes,
spoon
sir.
saying yes. So wooden spoon. Um, is it just natural? Like, hey, man,
sometimes it
I'm
just happens.
But
Sometimes
that's
it really just
taking it,
happens.
because me, you get off with some dude, old stuff.
Sometimes, honestly, sometimes it's the thrill of it. Not really the dude is getting you. It's like, oh, you think about this guy and what he's doing, but then you have this, like this my boyfriend now, not my current boyfriend, just explaining the situation. Um, is right here, or you look and you're like, or maybe if guys are facing each other, it's just probably the thrill of, especially if you weren't in a committed relationship. Sad to say, not all of us are perfect here. But
mm-hmm,
when you're not in a committed relationship and you're engaging with that person and probably he's not doing something right, and then you think back like, oh, I remember when, whatever, and then you get back to where you were, and then it's like
mm-hmm.
your mind switching between, and then you reach somewhere that you wanted to reach.
Yep,
You know?
absolutely. Got it. And here is a comment from TS. She's saying, personally, if I don't see no juice, you need to find it and show me. So what PS is saying is that
Find it and show me.
you guys
Of
can't
course.
fake
You
because
can't fake.
You
she
can't
need
fake
to
it.
see the juice, and if there's no juice, then hey.
Right.
And
Well,
Nicole Campbell is saying, Kems, give us a demonstration of you fake. Hey, Nicole, you forgot one of your bed, Nicole. Go on
Yeah,
ahead,
the
man.
ladies themselves, though. But what if one session keep last night and the juice drink done off from the night there,
No. The juice
and
can't finish
none,
off from the night
and
before.
the juice
Mm, there's
restock
Rubbish.
for
always
the night
something.
after?
Rubbish. Me know you
There's
drink water today.
always
Rubbish.
yeah.
something. It's gonna come out air. So what's gonna come out
Rubbish.
air?
Probably.
Something has to come
If a
out.
man if a man has successfully faked, that woman knows nothing about what she's doing.
True.
And
True.
Here is Tevin Jarrett saying, I swear I faked it at least twice in this lifetime. Fake the leg shake and everything after. Boy, kudos to
And then
you,
what
girl. All
happens
That
right.
to it?
cannot
Because isn't it
happen. That
supposed
cannot
to?
happen.
So isn't it supposed
Dead.
to be dead? What's because if I don't
No,
Exactly.
see it
yes.
dying, then you're
No,
telling me
or
we're
it
going to
could indicate that
continue?
they probably come inside of you.
Mm.
Hey, Tevin, the females are asking for some clarification. They don't want to. They say they don't want it to be fabricating any stories. They want some answers. And
It
Right.
Adrian
must be a
Nicholson
one
is
night
saying,
stand or something. It could be
Yeah, if
someone
it's
you're
not dead,
with.
then we're going to continue. So how many times are going to try to fake it? Because we're going to fake it until we make it then. Because if it's not going down, we're
Mm-mm.
going to continue.
actually there's not always something. I've had a real orgasm when nothing came out, and I agree with
Yeah.
that. I agree with that. Like if you are go on
Probably
none
that
of
was
them,
round 5.
yeah
If you had
man,
the
round,
marathon,
Mm.
It
Right,
keeps
yeah
with the
going
man,
same
and going and
person.
going.
yeah
Right.
man.
That was probably like after a third round or something, but
Yeah.
first,
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
The angel said, "I'll fake it for you to hurry up if it's been too long."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All
I
right.
can say,
So
I can say something, Kems.
yes, Warren, for sure. Go ahead.
Personally, I've never faked it, but in the past, I forced it. Not fake it, but force it. You
Yeah.
understand the difference?
Explain to the viewers what is forcing it.
yeah, that's
Force.
something.
So it's
Or
authentic.
fish.
It's real. You see the juice, but I forced it. And normally when it's good, a man have to force
To
to
stop.
hold back. Him have to force
Mm-hmm.
to hold back. So, like me now personally, if it's too good, I'm gonna embarrass myself. I start thinking about something completely unrelated. Like I start thinking about one maths problem.
All
Oh,
right.
boy, this ability to come next
All right.
month. And
So Warren,
Yeah, yeah,
Warren, you and I are probably going to have some conversations off here because a lot of persons say, "Oh, think about maths problem, think about
yeah,
Dexter's laboratory." Man,
yeah.
that shit don't work, man.
But Kims,
I'm
No, but it worked for me.
that shit,
It worked for me.
but
Take yourself out of the situation and just become
work.
numb to everything. It
yeah,
worked.
that's facts. That's true because all
It
right,
worked for me.
it's just a case like you're saying, Oren, that you're trying to force it, right? So you're there hitting and the connection just not there. All you do is just switch your mindset to a female, to a different female,
Mm.
and then guess what? You pop. That's basically faking an orgasm like, because it's not you, the female, that made me do it.
yep.
I was
Well, I
actually
guess,
thinking about
yeah.
somebody else.
I
And
guess
then
if you look at
testing
it
the
that way,
mental.
I guess if you look
Yeah.
at it that way, then yeah, you're right, Lam Levon. If you look at it that way, then yes.
I mean, that's why, the mind, no one can read it, so you're entitled to your own privacy there.
Yep.
It doesn't hurt.
Mm,
Uh, So
mm.
I have another question to ask you, females. How do you females feel about, since we're talking about orgasms, how do you females feel about men arriving too soon? I see Levon says some things about 30 seconds, another person says 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. How do we feel about that kind of stuff? Do we have a set time to say, hey, a guy have to do at least 30 minutes, or hey, just do what you can?
No, man.
As long as we both come.
You
Like
know,
if
sorry.
he comes and then it's over and I'm still halfway, I haven't gotten there yet and now he's done, or now I have to wait till then. But I think as long
What
as
you,
we both have that moment where we
what you
both
call
come.
soon? What you call
Huh?
Yeah,
what,
no
what
one's
you call quick?
recording.
Quick is like anywhere between from 30 seconds to all right, because all right, so let us be honest. Men have this tendency when they arrive quickly, boy babes, the thing too good in the babes, boy too wet or too tight, babes, too good. And I've seen a lot of women roll their eyes at that and say, walk this, your walk this, or whatever the case may be. So like anywhere between 30 seconds to probably 5 minutes, Charmaine, I would say that is like quick time.
Very quick, 30 seconds.
I think it depends on where
Mm-hmm.
where in the relationship we are. It's in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, oh, it's cute, income 1 minute.
Yeah.
No, if we're
Oh,
later on down now and you come in 1 minute, no, something I
Well,
need to
for
know.
for me, that's the first round. I mean, if you're going to drop out so early, I'm assuming you're going to come back with a
Pick up
bang.
again,
From
yeah.
30 seconds to 5 minutes, you're going to come back with a bang. So I'm gonna be like, okay, like, drink some water, stretch whatever it is you need to do. But yeah, with
No man, Sherman,
Listen,
the ball game over after the 30 second.
come back with
no,
a bang on the
no,
same day.
man, that's
on the
Charmaine,
intentional,
same on the same
Charmaine
day,
is a
oh
On
mic
the
God.
test.
same day.
huh? Of
Charmaine is
Come
a
course,
back
mic
with a
test
bang on the
question.
same day.
right? But yes, on the same day, you get some time to recoup. You come
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
Charmaine
yeah.
never see mic test and fight yet. 30
Yeah,
seconds on
see.
it, over.
I'm not looking
Hey.
at my
But
Tyson
We're not
movie.
fighting.
if
We're
you
not
come
fighting.
in
We're having
30,
fun. Until you had too much and you had too much and your fun, came a little early. You're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, cool down,
Hey.
stretch.
again.
Maybe you want to take a little nap. Okay, because round two is where it's going to happen. 30 seconds to 5 minutes. And nobody have the time for that.
All
It's a
right.
lot
So
Yeah.
so so so
of time
all right. So
wasted.
you females talk about round two. Let us talk about that. Round two. How soon should round two start? Because some guys take a while to recover. Round two might not start for the next 2 hours. Are you females okay waiting for 2 hours for round two? Or
No.
is it that hey, you have to hey quick turnaround time, no joke thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah, round
especially if it's
two.
30 seconds to a minute, then now I have to wait 2 hours for round two. Then the mood kind of dead.
Right. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
If it's that short, then we have to that your recovery time is a little shorter. If we're talking about maybe a
Yeah,
um,
if vibes broke, then there's no,
right, maybe a 20 minutes, 15, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, okay, that's fine. The second round, we can sleep 2 hours after. That's fine. That's more fun for us. But I didn't have any fun. With 30 seconds to 5 minutes, I didn't have any fun. I didn't even do anything. We didn't do anything. You did.
And
All
there's
right.
there's more things. I mean, like even in between like round one, like let's say he comes round one. I think you guys can still there's more things that you guys can do with each other that doesn't necessarily include penetration that gives him time to,
Right.
you know. So I don't necessarily see the need for the
Hey,
two
hey,
hours wait in between
what I'll say, Jody
or
and Charmaine and Wooden Spoon. I have to pick up from agenda. You women have been blessed that when you can go round two, round three, round four, round five, round six, seven, eight, nine, 10 if you want. As men, especially up in
Not
our
all
age where we
men.
are right now, we need some time. We need some
No
time.
chems.
Yeah.
how much
and
time?
Not
some
because
want
you
some
really
want
talk
lie
about
down
30
and
seconds.
get massage and get
Don't
on
take my
Sunday
30 seconds
dinner.
as literally. That 30 seconds is just a joke.
What
I
you go
personally
for a
as a
match?
man, me personally
Yeah.
as a man, right? I
Yeah.
believe in pleasure in a female, right? So
Absolutely.
if my one broke contains are coming like 10, 15 any amount of time, I'm going to go the distance. But otherwise of that,
Yeah.
I'm not going to pop in 30 seconds.
Got it. Got it.
I
I
heard that
mean,
before.
huh? Wooden
I
spoon, I
heard
say
that
you heard that
before.
before?
Yeah,
Hey,
man. Oh,
I
you don't
see a
know how
comment.
man come quick.
Comment. I
What
see a
was that?
comment from who was saying they don't know how somebody arrived quickly. Who said that? Wooden
A
spoon?
lot of men love to talk about, oh, we don't know how some man come quick. And it depends your
Yeah,
gender,
yeah,
but you have
yeah.
some men, oh, we don't know how some
Oh,
man
yeah.
come quick.
Guys love to, men love to cap.
Happen.
You'll find that out later on in life.
But Ryan, yeah, what
Yeah.
Ryan?
Right. Sometimes it's
You pointed,
anxiety because sometimes if it's a
yeah.
person that you've been chatting on the phone for a while, and now it's the time to do the do. Sometimes it's just
Yeah,
anxiety. So
I think the more you're with a person, the longer you're with a person, the harder it gets for that to happen. But
Mm-hmm.
when,
right.
as you said a while ago, if it's somebody new, then things
But
happen.
Ryan, what if the
Yeah.
case that you as a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the mental capacity to control whatever happens. So in terms of you ejaculating, you control that. What are you getting at? Because I personally, I can control mine. I decide when I want to.
Well,
If I don't want to, I'm not going to. So what if
well,
you have that level of control?
boss, let me tell you this,
Yeah, you
boss.
have that up to a point. You have that up to a point because you're going to reach a point where you can't control it.
What I'll say, Levan, is that I need you to write a book because if you can control that, there's a lot of men out there who
Who
cannot,
wants to learn?
and
Yeah,
trust me,
man.
you'd
I
be
I
rich.
know
You're
people
sitting
who
at
can
millions.
control it,
James, I'm in the
and I've
process.
asked, and they said it's a mind thing. So if you're
It's
not
an
focusing
Charmaine,
emotional
you
on
thing.
can control it up to a point only. After you reach
right,
a
Exactly.
certain
Control
point,
it
you're not
totally. You
you're
can.
not control.
You can,
Uh,
bro.
Right.
Yeah, up to a point.
It's everybody different.
all may I say?
Maybe like for the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is, you can control it. But
Mm-hmm.
oh no, I know people.
after you reach a
Mm-mm.
certain level in the game, certain
Mm.
intensity in a match,
Yep.
it's
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No,
Hey,
I
hey,
know
right.
game
Whole
over.
episode.
personally.
Yo,
I
right.
know I know
Yeah.
men that they've gone 3 rounds, and after they've given you your 3 rounds, they're like, okay, now it's my time, and then
I can
within
attest
a
to
few
that.
seconds, they're yeah. So,
Brother.
and I've asked, and they said it's just a mind thing. It's they're not focusing on
Well,
getting
I guess some men count rounds different.
It's a definite
So,
emotional thing. So if they're
let me,
yeah.
emotionally detached, they can control it longer. But if it's a girl that you really anticipate, like you said, you're with a
hey,
long time,
No, honestly, no,
if you
you
can't
really do
control
have
it,
some men they can actually do it. I've
hey,
seen they
Charmian,
can.
look at this. Charmian,
Mm-hmm.
look at this, right? You see Darian Ben
Mm-hmm.
comment. That's my mood. Sometime it get it from me.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, of
Exactly.
course, no, and it
Hey,
and it happens. It really does
hey,
happen. But sometimes some men can go on. They can give you 3 rounds, and then they choose to say, "All right, it's my time." But sometimes even that same person, maybe long time them not see you, or you do something special or whatever, so it gets away. But some men
yeah.
hey.
can control it, but not. It's a
So
mental thing.
I'll say one thing before we move on, because I know Woodspoon have to leave shortly. So I'll just say
Mm-hmm.
one. I'll just say one
Mm-hmm.
thing. Eh?
I was saying that my class was cancelled. She just messaged me saying that she have to go to some temple. So
Oh,
I'm good.
absolutely. So we have wooden spoon. All right, but check me out, right? Let me tell you something, all right? And Levon, kudos to you. Warren, kudos to you. But for the women that I've encountered, especially in the latter stages of my life, me think about everything where you can possibly think about, you think about, and it has never helped me at any stretch. No matter how much I think about care, money, school, everything, it has never helped me. And I don't know if these women are just so amazing, so blessed, so great, but it has never helped me whatsoever. I'm not tell you me he's a 30-second man, but I'm not tell you me he's not long distance, still another. Right in the middle, so go figure. Right? But at the end of the day, so Levon and Warren, we need to talk off here because I need to know the recipe of
Write a
how to
book.
get it done.
Help the
Mm.
men. Help the men.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. So
Kimsey have my
let me
contact already, so just link up for class.
yeah, man, I got
Subscription
contact, man,
pay.
for sure.
Because
All right. So
information like that not for free.
we're going to talk about two more topics and then we're going to call it a night. So this topic, I think, is a topic that needs to be talked about. And why is it? And Michelle is saying, think about bingo panty Kims. Absolutely. I'll probably try that. I never tried that one before. That one will probably do the trick. That one will probably do the trick, Michelle. But I want to talk about this because I believe it's necessary. I want to know why is it that Jamaican men are not straightforward with talking about oral sex. And I want to start with you, Charmaine, because, and you can tell me if you find this to be true or false. I believe we live in a culture where Jamaican men try their very hardest to please their other Jamaican friends rather than pleasing their woman. So, if them virgin can pop off them collar and say, "Oh, you mean my boss? No, you not eat, don't eat this, don't eat that."
Mhm.
You feel good. But if your woman has say, "Babes, you know, just put your tongue on it a little bit now, just caress it a little bit now, babes." You don't want to do that. You don't want to caress it. You don't want to go between the thighs. You don't want to do those stuff because hey, who probably when him there females and probably face down into it, right? And probably into it.
True.
But as
Mm.
men,
Take him on side.
we are thinking about imagine what they would do woman and we still are thinking about our bridges. We still oh boy, try might have I wonder if try no say me I do this, boy, me can't do this, boy, try I got disappointed. Boy, me can't get that split from try again because no what the Jamaican call them bow cat and licky back and all of them nonsense there. So Charmian, tell me if you believe that this is something that is really ongoing in the Jamaican culture.
Yes, I believe so. From as far back as I can remember, it has been a taboo. Oral sex, especially for men performing it, has always been a taboo. And of course, we hear the songs, Cartel and Beanie
Mm-hmm,
and Bounty, and so it's a big thing. And you want to, especially the in the streets men, so to speak,
mm-hmm,
I think they tend to please their friends more than their woman. So because the friend are gonna say, "Oh, you can't share no spliff with me, and you can't par and whatever," you choose not to
mm-hmm,
please your woman, not because you really have a problem with it, because you don't really have a problem with it, but it's just because your friends aren't into it, or them they say they aren't into it, because as you said, a lot of them tearing down walls
mm-hmm,
behind closed doors. So I think they tend to, it's a culture of pleasing the outside world more
mm-hmm,
than your woman. So it,
mm-hmm,
yeah, and it's been something, as I said, from the especially the dancehall culture. That's one of the main influences. It's the dancehall culture of,
mm-hmm,
oh Catania, Licky back and all of that. You even have men who they don't perform oral sex and they allow their women to, but they would never kiss her after or during, whatever she's doing, because of, you know
mm-hmm,
I've heard that
it's
before.
mm-hmm,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mm.
it's ridiculous.
Oh, here is Nicole. Hey, put up that comment, Levon. And here is Nicole quoting a Beanie Man song. No girl can sit
Yeah,
down on my head. Right?
and
And I guess,
behind
you
closed
know,
doors, I'm not
Sit
able
down.
to.
these are the things, these are the things where I believe, as men, and again, people, I am not saying go out there and do this or go out there, but if we are not going to do something, let us have some real solid reasons why we're not going to do it. Don't make it be,
Right.
oh, my brethren don't do it, well, my brethren say it wrong, so I'm going to do it while your
But
woman is at
James,
home. Yes, sir.
why is it that you seem like you want the man and come out and have a tattoo across in forehead? I eat vagina. That's how
No,
you
no,
come
no, no,
across,
no,
bro.
no, 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 no. I'm not.
No.
No,
But,
I'm
but,
not
but
saying that in a level. Because look at
uh-huh.
this, right? Look at this. There have been countless guys where I know that they do it. I know that they do it for sure. And I'm not saying, hey, come out and raise your hand and say, hey, I do it. No. But the constant bashing, and they will bash somebody else to do it, And in themselves, they know that they do it, but because they don't want the spotlight on them, so they hurry up and bash Tom who do it over there. So and Ryan, not you, Ryan, but other Ryan will do it over there. So
Yeah, man, no
you know,
friend.
so that's where so that's where I'm coming from. But wooden spoon, do you believe can be bridged where that is concerned? Do you believe that? Because one thing wooden spoon, funny enough, there's no Jamaican men out there who is doing it, but all the Jamaican women are getting it. So there is some. Is it one Jamaican man doing it to all women? Can you please just provide some clarity as to what's going on out there?
Just Jamaican men, they love women. All right, they love women, and a lot of them they love very hard. As much as they like to portray to their friend, oh, Yeah, like I'll call my phone and you know that if she not call it for the whole day, I go bathroom and say, yo, me go shut up is when they look,
Mm-hmm.
when you call me front day. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Yep.
They love the women, so they love to please the women behind closed doors. You know, they love to be babied, they love to be loved as well. So I think it's definitely from the whole cultural standpoint that men are masculine and you know anything that is lovey-dovey or too it's like you want to please your woman, you seem
Mm-hmm.
less than of a man. And that goes to taking her out on dates or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, doing small things for her, washing her underwear, doing things to show that you love your woman. They
Mm-hmm.
want to class you as a clown or things
Mm-hmm.
like that because, you know, it makes you seem less than the woman. The woman is like, okay, you know, the head of you or she rules, you know, right? So it comes from that time where they think that okay, everything should be done to me. You know, I am the head, the me run things. And if
Mm-hmm.
you do that to her, no, I mean, look at the position of where you are, you know, as a man when you're giving cunnilingus, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's laying on her back, or maybe she's sitting up, and you are below her. You are diving deep into the crevice of
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah.
So looking at that, it might seem like okay, oh what am I do? Like we are clean, like we are done this, we are done this along, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
just that image, the image, just the positioning of where they are. It seems like they're not masculine. It seems like they're weak to whatever they're doing down there. So I think also
Mm-hmm.
men they just want to they want to be seen as like, okay, I love this woman, and they will do that to the
Mm-hmm.
women, but she must know how to keep her mouth too at the same time because you know how am I looking at the streets if man
Mm-hmm.
knows them do that, you know, the man think me
Absolutely.
weak or me soft. So that's
Absolutely.
basically where it came from.
Absolutely. And Raj is saying, my question though, Kims, men are so willing to exchange saliva and spliff, yet
Mm.
they're frowned upon kissing their woman after she gives taps or going down on her. How does that make sense? Levon, Raj, honestly, may I be honest with you? I don't know how to answer that question, but
Yeah.
I believe it's absolutely nonsensical. I don't I try to make sense of it. That's why I asked the question here. TS, there's a certain vulnerability that comes with it, and some men are afraid of that. Do you do you agree? Do you agree, Jody?
I do. I do. I think Wooden Spoon just touched on it, just like the position, and especially with giving, doing that. I think a lot of times men are just that alone also makes them uncomfortable. Um, and I think I don't know. I guess I'm not a man, so I haven't had that done. But I think a lot of times when men are getting head, it gives them that sense of I don't know power or feel like she's pleasing you in that position. So I don't know. I feel like a man from his standpoint, him doing that to her might be giving her that sense of power as well. So it does put him in a place of vulnerability that might make him uncomfortable.
I was
Okay.
just about to say that in a Jody that all right, you guys went totally against the female proposing to the man because according to you guys, it takes away from his masculinity. So going by tradition, a man going down on a woman, doesn't that take away from his masculinity because that shows that he's weak?
Mm,
No,
Wouldn't
I
it
don't
be?
think.
Because
I
remember,
think
we're
it's
going
an
off
It's
tradition.
different.
no because okay. I
That's
think
like
the
a worldwide
proposing is
tradition
about
too.
the proposing is about leadership. Him taking charge. Him choosing her as a wife.
mhm,
With this, I think is an exchange of pleasuring each other. So if you expect her to be able to do that to you, then I think it's only fair for him to be open to do that to her as well. And it's not about yeah, I don't think the two can be compared. I don't think it's the same.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you do have some men that they expect it and they're demanding it and they're not willing to give. You do have a lot of men like that. They're like, oh, they're begging for it and my own have to do this and my own have to do that and all of that jazz. but they won't do it. They won't reciprocate.
Okay.
Why? You don't want to do it. If you don't, if as a woman, if she feels like doing it because it makes her feel good, it turns her on to turn you on, that's okay. But I don't feel like you should. If you don't want to do it, don't expect it. So if she doesn't feel like doing it today, you shouldn't even ask.
All right. Here is TS saying, how does that equate to weak Levon? What tradition? Think a no men start give head?
Exactly. They've been doing it
They've been doing
from.
it, but
Very long
it was
time.
the
It's just a
it was.
Jamaican thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly a Jamaican tradition, you know. So
Yeah, but
I think it stems from
even though they've been doing it from when it was still a tradition for it to be tabooed. It is less tabooed now, but it is still tabooed.
in Jamaica.
So it doesn't,
Yeah.
yeah, in Jamaica. So it doesn't
In
take away
Jamaica,
from, huh?
no, she was just saying it's a taboo in Jamaica.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jamaica we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask a question, Ryan. And obviously, I'm not gonna ask you if you do it. I'm not care about that. But as it relates to your group of friends, your circle, is that a topic that come up amongst your friend circle? If a guy,
Oh,
whatever a
yeah.
guy do privacy in his bedroom, is he judged based on that, or it doesn't matter what they
All
do?
right. My Most of my friends are older than I am, and most of them are married. And one of them have a joke where he said that he's been doing it from it was a crime, now it's a misdemeanor.
That's a good one.
Good one.
That's a good one. That's
Good
a
one.
very good one. So I'm guessing that in your friend group, it really doesn't matter. Like people do
No,
it, people say
no,
them do it, or whoever don't want to talk about it, and
no,
then
it don't matter. We laugh about it, everything. It don't matter.
all right. How about you, Warren? How about your friend group? Because I know I assume I think you're younger than Ryan. So in your friend group, is it something that you're probably used to judge Tom, or is Tom being judged if he decides to engage in oral sex, or is it just a case where everybody are big people, you do whatever you want in the privacy of your home?
Yeah, in my friend group, everybody is them one big person. We
Mm-hmm.
don't really judge. We don't judge. So if we're talking about that topic, there's
Yeah.
no judgment. No judgment is casted. Not now, and not even when I was younger. I never had those type of I never had those type of friendships. I never had that. There wasn't any judgment then, and there's still no judgment now.
All right. So, quick question. So, amongst within a WhatsApp group chats and all of that stuff, is it something that is discussed openly amongst people? Because I'll tell you, whatever group chat me have, the man them a
Yeah.
talk the things them. You see me? The man them a talk the things them, and the man them a say them do this, or them don't do this, them don't do that. See me? But
Mm.
your group, is that something that is being discussed openly, or is it still kind of taboo where people are kind of hesitant in talking about it?
It's not discussed very often. We don't really talk about personal things like that in
Okay,
WhatsApp group. We don't really have those discussions really. But
okay,
if a time comes that we do,
yeah,
um, we're all very open about it. And as I said, there's no judgment. So it's not the norm for us to talk about that because we don't have much interest in what our friends are doing behind closed doors. We don't really take that and make it a topic. We don't really do that. But if we happen to come across a topic for whatever reason or whatever
uh huh,
time,
yep.
then yeah, we're all open about it without judgment.
Absolutely. And Roger's
Yeah.
saying, bro, everyone is entitled to do whatever they want. That doesn't add or take away from our friendship. Who I am to tell or judge a man for pleasing his woman based on what he feels comfortable with. Tevin Jarrett, my friend group is half Jamaican and half American. I used to judge when I was young, but then once I started being around more people, you tend to not care who does or doesn't. Your choice. Absolutely. I'm of
Yeah.
the same mindset. When I just came here, trust me, you could even mention oral, much less sex to me. But after now, I mean, when you're around people and people who do it and nobody care, and people who do it them happy, and the Jamaicans who say them not do it them miserable, then you go figure. You go figure where that come from. All right.
Mhm.
So the last topic that I want to talk about now, last topic, and then we'll call it a night. Hopefully, we can finish this within 6 minutes. But someone messaged me and said they wanted to hear both men and women perspective on this one because I guess, and they wanted to talk about talking during intercourse. A lot of women say, "Hey, shut up your mouth, and just put in the word." You tell them about whose own is this son, who in control or who is your daddy or none of them kind of stuff. So, and I'll start with you, Warren. I'll start with you. Is it you being called daddy or zaddy or baddie or whatever it is that you young people say nowadays? Is that something that must happen for you, in that space, or you're a more action man than a talking kind of guy?
Yeah, absolutely not. I don't like the whole heap of chanting, honestly. Um, for one, I think it's fake. First of all, I think it's fake. It's unnatural. Why you calling me those things? I don't want to be called those things. I would prefer you just, let your body speak for itself. But not if you call me daddy and them something. I think that's people who want that. I think they probably had an addiction to pornography at some point in time, and they've carried that through their life. They have these unrealistic expectations of what sex
Mm,
should be.
mm,
So, this talking about the woman calling the man daddy and the man asking whose one is this, I think it's unnatural. I think it's unnecessary. It doesn't add to the pleasure. I mean, if it's good, if the sex is good, it's just good. They don't need to tell me a bag of things. I'm not gonna ask you whose one is it either, because whether it's mine or I'm borrowing it, the point is I'm enjoying it now. So if it's a rental, it's a rental. If it's mine, it's mine. I don't care. I'm enjoying it now. I don't need to ask whose one it is. The fact is that I am in possession right now, and I'm making the most out of it. And yeah, me know why you look for me and call me daddy and all those things. It feels strange to me. I prefer you just, keep yourself quiet and let the body speak for itself.
All right. So, Nicole said, um, Nicole said it's all yours, daddy. And she's saying Warren sounds real boring for real. And Token Graham is saying Warren sound like him boring. Be a
No,
grunting and slapping
guys,
noise.
no. It's not boring. I say let the body speak for itself. So the slapping noises will come from your body. You don't need to vocalize everything. My body will speak. Your body will speak. Um, this whole if excitement with words, I think it's fake. It's unnatural to me. It's
So
not something that I
Warren,
require.
you're telling me that you prefer to have sex with a mannequin. That's basically implied.
No, no, there has to be reciprocation, and that's not something that you're gonna get from a mannequin. It has to be another person. But all that extra noise and all that stuff,
All right.
it's not needed for me.
Mish, see there? Here is Token Graham saying, no, call me, slut and them thing there.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Well,
Oh Lord.
uh,
Absolutely. Oh, you
okay.
mean. Hey, where's this Token Graham
Okay.
person? Because
Mm-mm.
hey, here's
Oh
Kadian Forbes saying, I love the talking during sex. I not talk about no damn daddy, zaddy, etc. But I love the little sweet talking. And then here is I see another comment. Tevin Jar saying, let your whole body speak to me. Tap your voice box. Make the neighbors know I'm busy. Hey. Oh yeah, see here he said, let your body speak to me. Top off your voice box. Make the neighbors know I'm busy. Absolutely. Agree with this 100%. Let me tell you,
Guys, like
Warren, I
fully
don't
Trey songs, eh?
fully chase songs, man. Warren, let me tell you, and I'm going to
yeah.
get Ryan in right now. But let me tell you, me, Daddy, Zaddy, say something out of your mouth. Say something, and it have a show say me is in charge. Me is the man. So you say you don't want to know if it's a rental or nothing. Well, I see like how Token them, so you see like how Wooden Spoon and Charmaine and Jody say, hey, sometimes them we just feel the orgasm in order to make
Yeah.
you arrive. Hey, make up a bag of noise and make me feel good. Tell me say I'm my one. Tell me say I'm my one for the rest of my life. Tell me say you love me. Tell me say me can live in there. Tell me all of that. I want to hear
Yeah,
all
man.
of that. What kind of quiet? I don't want you quiet. What kind of quiet business?
They don't have to really quiet,
Yeah.
but they only for extra talking. It's not necessary for me. It's not something that I look forward to.
All right, and here is Nicole Campbell saying, I'll speak unconsciously. My body sending signals to my mouth. Girl got a ball out. Absolutely. Amen. Amen. Hey, I like these.
These girls are
Uh,
honest though. These girls are really straightforward. I must give them that.
yes. TS is saying talking different than moaning though. TS, can you give us some clarification on that? But Ryan, let me get you in here. How do you feel again? You are the elder here for us. So we want to know, how do you feel about the talking business? Do you want to be called daddy and zaddy and love you up and rub on and say, yeah, rub all in your ear and all them something they choke you and all them thing they box you up and all them thing they and make you start put on the pressure and put on the work. Is that something that you're about or no?
The name calling daddy, daddy, whatever else, I'm not really big on all of that. But as it relates to talking and so forth, that is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of communication affair going. You can't just on a Bible study with it.
Yeah,
Where the quietness for? When you're in a library, where quietness for? Some
absolutely.
things affair study, she need to have vocalize. Um, tell me what you want, how them
Mm-hmm.
kind of things that affair go on. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
the name calling part of it is just I really don't care much about that part, but outside of that, yeah, some kind of talking affair go on, and
Absolutely.
TS
the affair
T
makes.
TS made a point. She says talking different than moaning notes, and
No,
I agree
both
with
no
TS.
talking and moaning affair go on. I know the difference,
Mm.
Yes,
and
and she
both of them
also
need
said,
to happen.
yeah, and she also said you can moan and make noise
Yeah, man, a
without
little
saying a
dirty
bunch
talk
of
and all them
gibberish.
from the yeah.
Yeah, I look a grunting, I look not this bag of talking, but I little sound is okay, but the only for
Hey,
extra shit, I need that.
hey, Tevin Jarrett is my new best friend as of tonight. See, he said, I'm offended. Calling me Zaddy is not gibberish. Absolutely.
Fox,
That is
bro.
a, like, hey, let me tell you, you have to talk the things them. You have to talk the things them. No, quiet time, like, say, as Ryan said, when they're in the library or when they're in a church or something like, see, oh God, here comes Nicole Campbell. See that? See that? Well, she said, breed me. I'm ready. Then I'll worry afterwards. Hey, it's all coming out tonight, guys. The
Whoa,
women
whoa,
are
whoa.
Oh dear.
the women are being honest. All right, Joe, Jody. So hear me out. You have a
Mm.
guy. You know these things. Stroke his ego. The zaddy, the daddy, this is yours. Is that something that you take away from him because you feel is gibberish, or do you just do it because hey, I know this will get him off. I know he likes it. I know that's his vibe.
I mean, if it's something that he likes, then yeah, I'll tell him all kind of things. I know that he likes that's gonna get him off. Then sure. I'm not one big on like the talking, but if
Mm-hmm.
that's something that he likes, then sure. Now there are definitely moments where like, if he's really hitting the spot and it's really good, then of course you're gonna express yourself. But I'm not really big on the extra. I
Oh,
like to I
absolutely.
like to feel it in the morning and stuff. That's how I express myself. And then the words
Mm-hmm.
come as, it intensifies. But
Absolutely,
yeah.
Jody. And here is Toki and Graham. Look, read this comment, Warren.
No, me
Water
not
my
read it.
face, water my face make me see clearer. This is what Tolkien
Ooh.
saying. Water
Oh,
her
whoa, whoa,
face. So, hey, gentlemen,
whoa.
uh, hey, it's all coming out here, guys. It's all coming out here. Charmy, you're the last person who will comment, and then we're going to wrap up. So let us know what you think about it, because you have heard Warren, and Warren has stoic as he always is. Hey, can't, but not you have to have a bag of talking, our bodies will talk, So, that's Warren. Structured guy, structured individual. You have to appreciate it. But is that what you're looking for, Charmaine, or are you want the wild wild west? Are you want the zaddy? You want the pop out me here. You want the pop out me weave. You want to cut the toenail. Come on, talk to me, Charmaine.
I am not big on the talking, a lot of talking, no. So the zaddy, it doesn't come naturally for me. So I feel like if I say it, it's probably going to throw me off because it's not something that I like. But sometimes, as Jody said, when he's sitting the spot, words come out one and two times. But if we're going to talk out the entire thing, then I'm not going to have fun because you're breaking my concentration. I'm trying to concentrate on what's happening here. So when I'm moaning, I'm not making. When I feel like if I make a lot of noise, I'm not feeling it. But when I hold it inside, that's when I feel it the most. So the whole part talking is just
Exactly.
gonna.
Yeah.
So it's not my
That's
thing.
it, Charmaine.
But
That's what I'm getting, Charmaine.
sometimes words will come out. Sometimes you don't. It just comes out because he's going good. But for me personally, the less noise I make, and when I say noise, the talking. If I don't
Mhm.
talk, if I'm moaning, I'm keeping most of it inside. So it's almost like it's building up on the inside. So whatever it
Yeah.
is, it's intensifying on the inside, and it excites me more. So I'm not big on the chattering during.
Hey,
Yeah.
gentlemen, for those gentlemen in the comment section who are watching, who's listening, ensure that these are conversations you have with the woman before you decide say you're gonna be a wife or something because these things are uber important to a lot of us men, and we want to hear
But,
some
but
nice.
hold on there, Ryan, before you give the advice, what exactly you telling the man? Because if it is that you're going to have a discussion with your potential wife, right?
Yeah.
That you want these things to be said while you're having sex, wouldn't that imply that if it doesn't come naturally, then you are demanding this, you are suggesting that you want this to happen, then you're forcing the lady to fake it.
No,
Because she
not
doesn't want to say that. But
uh-huh.
she's doing it for you now. She's doing it to stroke your ego. It's not real. So you have to question, did she do it because she actually want to or because I want to hear it?
All right. So this is it, Warren. While I am not for fake orgasms,
Compromise.
I don't want you to fake the orgasm. For this, if you're gonna pretend and just say it because you want me to feel good, by all means, say it and make me feel good. By all means, talk about
Mm,
talk it, call me the names, them, all of them kind of things. But
mm.
um, and the last thing I'm talking, Graham is saying, talking in my ears like when man a big wine a party. And on that note, people,
Okay, so
definitely,
okay, this is very festive.
Very.
definitely, definitely,
You can get
definitely,
her tonight.
definitely, definitely want to
Who is this
thank
Tokyo person?
want to thank each and every person in the comment section who was engaged, those who were watching but wasn't commenting. We really and truly appreciate, but we reach that time of the night. We can't stay forever. People have work tomorrow, school tomorrow, all kind of stuff. But I'm going to give everybody, as always, 1 minute just to talk about whatever they want to talk about. If they want to finish up on a topic that they didn't get to, hey, go right ahead. Um, Let me start with Charmian. Give me your one sweet minute.
Um, I believe that um, everybody should do what's good for them, what's best for them, how it works for you. That's the most important thing in a relationship. It's no longer just about you. So together, what you want for you and what your partner wants together, you guys have to make it work. To please each other, to make each other happy, and that's what will make a lasting relationship. So focus on as an individual, you focus on your needs, what you love, what you like. So once you know that, everything else should fall into place, and then you communicate with your partner about what it is you like. And if it is a fair person, you'll know if it's the person for you, because once you two communicate, this is what I want and this is what I like, then you meet somewhere, because everybody's not going to like the same things.
Mm-hmm.
We're not always going to like the same things. We're not going to always be comfortable, but um we have to meet somewhere. We have to compromise at some point to make our partners happy. So yeah, do
All
what
right.
makes you happy.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Jody.
To kind of add on to what Shamin was saying too, it's important for you to know who you are, know what you like going into a relationship. Be open to learning what your partner likes. And I think it's okay to have a little give and take to let things
Absolutely.
work, while still not losing a sense of yourself. But at the end of the day, you're in that relationship to, I guess, kind of make each other happier, add joy to each other's lives. So be open to compromise and making those. So whether it's the sweet talking during sex, if that's what you know that they like, or it's pleasing them in ways that they enjoy, I think be open to that, as well, while not giving up or losing a sense of yourself.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much. And wooden spoon.
I think I just would be repeating what they said. Definitely find your comfort. Not everything you agree with, of course, but there are some things that we can definitely compromise on. Something that won't take us away, it won't kill us if we do, right? And lastly, women should never propose.
I agree.
I think the
What
last
was
part.
it? What was that last thing you said?
Women should never propose.
Oh,
All right. Ryan.
yeah, man. The ladies came on the males podcast with the spice. Love it. Give a different perspective to the whole thing. Normally, they are the ones in the comment section learning from a male point of view. Now they are adding their feminine touch to the thing so we can understand the entire thing better now and all of that. So good, good, um, good initiation to have them on the panel this week, and hopefully going forward, we can have one and two every now and again, so the spice can be added and the comment section can be as vibrant and people can break out in the comment section like certain people missing tonight. So yeah, good
Ab-
little session again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Warren.
Yeah, so like Ryan, I'm happy that these three ladies came to join us tonight. I really enjoyed your company. You guys are
Yeah.
very engaging. So it was good to have you guys here. And just like wooden spoon, I believe that the woman shouldn't propose. There are certain things that should remain traditional. There are things that can be changed, like certain workplace policies, etc. But there are some fundamentals that don't need to be fixed, don't need to be changed. And I think if you change them, kind of destroys the whole image of a man. So I think a lot of things should stick to tradition. And proposing to the woman is one of those things. So we had a good podcast tonight, and I'm hoping to see you ladies again. Not necessarily every week, but at some point in time, we
Absolutely.
should see you again.
Absolutely. And quickly, Michelle I want to big up the ladies, Wooden Spoon, Jody, and Charmaine. And
Thank you.
Tevin Jared said, what I learned, don't make your woman propose to you. She's going to finger you after. And there's a Males podcast saying the topic is sweet. So hear what people leave us with some moaning likes and some dirty subscriptions. Absolutely. And just to let you guys know, so next week, the 13th, there will be no show. That is the Super Bowl. So we're going to take a week off for that for the Super Bowl. So there will be no show next week, and we will return February 20th. So everybody can get a nice little break and come back real fresh and ready for some hot spicy topics. February 20th. Kish for you, my 1 minute. Justice for bingos, no justice for that. So guys, thank you
Bingo
very much.
party, not bingo
Huh?
panty. Bingo party, not bingo panty.
Bingo party. I was
Fancy.
that. But definitely thank you guys again for being on. Big up to the producer. Continue liking and subscribing to our content. Love you guys. Have a great night.
Bless.
Thanks.
All right,
Thanks.
bless everybody.